Good evening, RetroUnlimers, and welcome to RetroUnlim Live 15. I'm RetroGames1979, and with me today I have Wingnut, who's currently muted for some reason, and Harry Yack, who may or may not be talking right now. So this week I have been building various shelves and sorting my games into spreadsheets.
And playing Shack through.
Yes, of course. I expect that's what you spend most of the week doing, isn't it? Or isn't it?
Justifying it is what I spend most of the week doing.
Right, since nobody's here to kick us off, we're going to start with a bit of a commentary. So, let's press play here, and let's compare some columns.
I'm back.
Good evening, RetroUnlimers, and welcome to RetroUnlim Live 15. I'm Retro. Can I hear there? Who's that? With me today, I have.
Whoops.
Bit of a feedback loop going, and just like that, we've dropped down to one viewer. Oh dear.
So I was the other viewer then.
So here we see a gaming history source video on Columns, the classic Genesis game, also available for all these consoles and systems here. And this is indeed your video, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of a commentary on this?
I mean, what's the comment? There's jewels, they're falling, you line them up, you knock them out.
And much fun it is too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, one of my favourite things about Columns is the way that the music will drive you mad, and for some reason, the screen share has stopped. Oh, technical problems! It's a staple of RetroUnlim Live, as you all know.
Hence the car accident.
Yeah, it was a prelude of things to come.
Mm-hmm.
That's because... Oh, I see now. See, I'm learning on the job here. Just bear with me 1 second, I'll get that back up again. And let's cancel that, because we do have some birthdays to announce, and finally we can do them because there is nobody here to stop me. Anyway.
So you're saying that we're nobodies?
You're putting words in my mouth now. I never said that. Much. Right, so it is Jamie Lee Curtis's birthday. She is... Or she is 55. She's the Halloween star and the daughter of Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh. It's also Oscar Pistorius' birthday. He's 27. The South African sprinter and double amputee who competed in the Olympics and is widely known as the Blade Runner. I don't know if that's because his favourite film is Blade Runner or if he just likes wearing rollerblades. That was potentially very offensive to people with no legs. But anyway, please save me from this, Mr. Stew.
Jamie Lee Curtis, is that the one from True Lies?
She's the one that eats that diarrhea yogurt.
That sounds disgusting, something like the angry video game nerd would do. One of his concoctions that he would use.
I don't know if you guys ever seen those commercials in the UK.
For yogurt?
She advertises for this yogurt. I can't remember the name of it now.
Is it Yakult?
No.
Danone?
No.
These are yogurts that we have here in the UK. I don't know if you have them in the States.
Is it Muller? No, it wouldn't be Muller, would it?
I can't remember what it is. All I know is that I can't eat it because it makes me sick. I don't find anything appealing about eating sour milk.
I kind of agree with you on that. Actually, no. I used to like fromage frais as a kid. I don't know if there's a difference between fromage frais and yogurt.
That's cheese.
Oh, right.
I think it's cheese. I think it's classed as cheese.
Because fromage is indeed the French for cheese. Greetings, new entrant to the call. How are you this evening?
He's quiet.
Yes. He'll say something in a minute, I hope. Hello! Oh, he's muted for some reason. You'll have to unmute yourself.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. Is that better?
Yes. Good evening, or morning,
Good.
or afternoon. How are you?
It's afternoon. I'm doing well.
Yes, very nutty pair of headphones. And,
What day is it in America?
It is Friday.
Oh, it's Friday afternoon.
Yep.
Cool.
well, for the record, it is Friday evening here in the United of Kingdom. Wait, that doesn't work the same, does it? So, how are you this evening, Chris?
I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Been playing any good games this week that you've enjoyed?
Let's see. I started something for the Christmas edition of After Dark, and I'll be frank, I didn't really enjoy it at all. It's some Santa Claus game on the Mega Drive.
Oh, I think I know of this game. Is it a relatively rare game?
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name of it, unfortunately.
I can't think of it either. I'll have to look at my list here. But yeah, just started that, and that's it's actually pretty atrocious. But
Days Before Christmas. Or
that's
something
it.
like that.
That's it. Before Christmas.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, I've seen a few Let's Plays of that, and it looks quite good, but I've never actually played it myself, because in the PAL region, apparently, it's rarer than a hen's wisdom teeth.
Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly playing a legitimate copy of it, but
That's okay.
the big E word. But it's
That's okay, neither do I.
Yeah, we're accepting of piracy here at RetroUnlim. In fact, this whole stream is being pirated as we speak.
good deal.
So, Stu, has your Mega Drive collection increased this week?
No, I've not bought anything for ages because it's coming up to Christmas. So I've tried to not spend, which then means that because I'm not spending, I have less bills, and therefore after Christmas I can spend. If that makes sense. So I can spend more later.
Excuse me. Sorry, I just burped there. Yes, that sounds like a good tactic to me. I'm guessing you spent all your money actually on that T-shirt that you're wearing right now that says Empire.
Ah, I thought you'd notice it. It's actually like the RetroUnlim. Your Empire needs you. You see.
Ah, excellent. Yes.
Oh, speaking of that, for anyone watching, if there is anybody watching, RetroUnlim is not invite only. You can just ask to join. You know, it's not because there was this rumor going around that it was a club where only people who are invited can actually join, and it's not actually true. Anybody can join. All you got to do is go to the RetroUnlim website. Top right hand corner it says RetroUnlim. Is it join RetroUnlim?
Yes.
Something like that. Click that, and then there's a little form. Fill it in. Hit go, and that's it. Job done.
And I don't know if I'm not supposed to be asking you this, but are there plans to perhaps do a revamp of the RetroUnlim website at some point in the next maybe few months of the design?
Yes. Make it all Web 2.0 because at the moment it's it serves its purpose. It does what it needs to do, but it could be better. It could be a lot better. So yes, that's what I'll be working on in the next few months is making it easier for people to contribute, such as just by having an account on there and putting in your either a playlist. Probably a playlist is probably the best way of doing it. So you submit your playlist to the website, and what will happen is, as you upload a video to YouTube, it will simultaneously appear on the RetroUnlim front page as a new item. So it's sort of in sync with all of your uploads. So you don't have to upload to two different places, you see. You only have to upload it to once, and the other one will replicate it, as it were.
Cool.
Ah, that's all very high-tech sounding.
Yeah, well, it should be cool when it's done.
Cool.
It's just having the time. There's never any time.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I started editing a podcast that myself and Dave recorded last night. I did that earlier, and there's just not enough time to do it. I had to stop doing that to come and do this. By the way, cheeky plug for this secret project. Well, it's not so secret because we've kept talking about it on previous editions, haven't we, this football podcast? And I can now confirm that we recorded it last night, and it shall appear hopefully over the weekend. Monday, Tuesday at the latest, depending.
Football.
Yes, it's known as soccer in some parts of the world.
Yeah, my part of the world. I think that's it too. Like,
Yeah, it's just known as. No one actually listens to it or watches it.
no, that's true. Actually, in my area, it's popular amongst the high school age. We got a lot of like junior leagues and stuff like that, so it's pretty popular in my area.
Yeah, I do hear it's a popular kids game in America.
Yeah, it doesn't hang in there. It doesn't seem to hang in there through college and stuff as much as one might hope. But
so, would you say it's more of a gateway to American football, and ice hockey and things like that?
I wouldn't say necessarily that. I think it's something to keep the kids busy so you don't got to deal with them. I think that's I think that's the parental approach on that. I think.
Oh, that's the main reason that we have it in this country as well, because I stopped playing football, well, competitively at the age of 12.
Wow.
That's soccer.
I think it's probably much like basketball is here. When I was growing up, it was, you know, that me and my friends were all very much into basketball, but as we've grown up, we've stopped being into it as we used to be. You know, we used to play it and watch it and things like that. We just don't do that anymore. I suppose it's the same in America with football. That, you know, you start watching it and playing it when you're a kid, and as you grow up, you grow out of it.
Yeah, I used to love playing basketball. Because, strangely, there's a wide variety from where I live, and the popularity of basketball as a professional sport in the UK. There's surprisingly a lot of courts around here.
Yeah,
there's also
there's loads around me as well. No one uses them, apart from drinking and smashing bottles.
Less than a few miles from my house, there
Sounds like around my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, less than a few miles from my house, there are 2 skate parks, which is interesting.
Yeah, the same as me. I think maybe it's a government thing to say that they're actively making kids active by putting these places out.
They should be putting that money into video games instead. They should be getting kids
I hear you. More arcades.
Sit on the backsides and get fat and shovel junk food down the throats. Yes, that's what we want.
No, seriously, arcades, I think that would be a better use of the money, because you get kids socialising more than, you know, some park in the middle of nowhere that's not supervised, you know, and kids, you know, it's not nice places to go for kids, whereas an arcade, you know, yeah, absolutely, there'd be supervised, there'd be fun things to do, and they're socialised more. You know.
There'd be
competitions and all sorts going on.
Well, they'd be supervised by Shack Stew.
Yeah, when I finally get around to saving up enough money to buy one.
How is that going along then?
It's the plan is there. I'm definitely gonna do it. It's just staff is going to be the biggest problem, because you have to pay them wages, and that's where all the money goes.
Here's a formal offer. I'm willing to come down there if you can put me up somewhere in your town. I will come and work at your arcade when you open it.
I know, you've said that before, and I am thinking about it. So it's going to be about a year, and you know, you might have a high-flying job by then.
Well, hopefully, yes.
Well, he says he'll come down there and work in it, but what he really means is
play.
Ignore my responsibilities and play games all day.
Yes, exactly. See, that is the main attraction of working, air quotes, in an arcade. Jeez, it's the dream job. But the people who always work there seem so down and grim, don't they? They just sit there behind the desk when you go to them. Oh, this machine's not working. Oh, I'll get it fixed. I'll call the engineer. And you're going to do that now? I might do it next week. The modern attitude.
I think it's a matter of depression. You know, you sit in the room and you watch all that fun going on that you can't partake in. You know, you got to be the responsible one. I'd be ticked off too.
Well, who's saying that you can't join in?
Because you're giving out coins all day.
Yeah.
Here's some more tempies. If you can
Either that or some of the radiation you're exposed to during the day too. So.
Right, I have an announcement here, and this is really rather exciting. And this, you should all just take a seat here and grab a cup of water, because this could be potentially mind-blowing, this exclusive announcement. Here we go. Next week, there will be a week's break from RetroUnlim Live. That's the bad news. However, here's the good news. Next Friday at 8:30 p.m. GMT, right here at youtube.com/RetroUnlim live, we will have a special RetroUnlim live stream. Bedrooms to Billions live Q&A. Yes. Come on, get excited. Yeah, get excited.
What does that mean?
Well, basically, Bedrooms to Billions is an independent film that is, I think it's still going through the Kickstarter process to be released sometime at the start of next year, and it's relating to people who, well, basically the pioneers of the 1980s British video game home coding scene that would sit in their bedrooms and code games and then become billionaires, hence the name Bedrooms to Billions.
Oh, that's cool.
Did they actually become billionaires? Or
Some of them perhaps.
just millionaires?
Yeah, perhaps poundiners would be a more appropriate term.
Okay.
Right, but on our live stream next week, there will be exclusive tracks from the movie played, including new work created by Max Hall, Ben Daglish, and the legend that is Rob Hubbard. So, please join us next week as we will be taking questions from the comments direct to the guys present. Now, isn't that so exciting?
Sounds fun.
Yay!
Harry,
Sorry?
I was thinking, have you thought about changing the comments to Twitter instead and just doing a hashtag on Twitter?
Yes,
Because
that's a...
I mean for the live stream as well, because the comments thing on YouTube isn't very good, is it?
I do have to agree with you on that, and I have left a comment as such just before this stream started.
Yeah, I saw, and then I replied, but you've not seen my reply.
I know, because it's terrible. No other comments have appeared on the page, so
Yeah.
it's absolutely useless. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to get on the Twitter thing, twitter.com, and enter the hashtag RULive. So that's letter R, letter
That's
U,
good. Yeah, that's a good
live.
one. I
Yes.
think I'll do that now.
We've used it in the past, and indeed, the last time we did a big thing on it, we got 10 people tweeting hashtag RULive, and because of that, I had to do a forfeit. Now, this keeps getting
You
brought
didn't do
up.
it though, did you?
I have done it, it just needs uploading. I keep saying I'm going to upload it, but maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe 2020. And I do apologise if you're hearing some background noise there.
What's
I'm
going
not
on?
sure where that's coming from.
It's not me, is it?
It's not me.
We might not be able to do anything about that. It's just the automatic volume leveler that Google likes to employ. Right, I'll just check my emails here because we are a bit thin on the ground this evening. We should be having at least 5 or 6 more people jumping on at some point during the evening.
You mean once they get past your spam filter?
Yes, unfortunately, if any of you are watching, the RetroUnlim guys, I apologise if you've not received the email because I had to send out the Hangout link via a different email address, and if you've not got that attached to your own email inbox, it may go through to your spam folder. So check your spam folder. And there you go.
Right,
Right, on this day, anybody?
go on.
Right, on this day in 1967, the BBC unofficially bans the song I Am the Walrus by the Beatles. Now, I had no idea that they did that, and I can't think for the life of me why they want to do that. That's bizarre. Almost as bizarre as the song itself.
What?
I don't know that one.
I'm the Walrus. Well, the lyrics go, I am the Eggman, we are the Eggmen, I am the Walrus, a goo goo ka-choo. So that's why it was banned, presumably.
Why? Why?
There's all sorts of weird lyrics in there. The yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye.
Okay.
That's probably more likely to be why it was.
There's some mentions
Did
of
Marilyn
Krishna.
Manson have something to do with it?
I don't think he's mentioned in the song.
Okay.
Maybe it was the video. Oh, did they have music videos back then?
I think they've been having music videos since black and white TV, yeah.
Oh, right. Basically, they just had live...
They just did them live.
Yes. But I'm talking about the modern video where basically they spend £5 million to go into a studio and edit it.
I don't think that happened very much back then at all.
No.
Yes, just basically go down your local rec centre and film yourself on stage, and that's a music video.
It obviously doesn't happen too much these days either.
No, it doesn't.
By the way, if anybody wants any of the band songs filming, just contact Michael Burhan's film company, because he does that, I believe. Yeah, Michael Burhan is one of the regulars on RetroUnlim Live. He does the I Got Gameplay podcast, which apparently last week was rather interesting, says Steve, but I didn't listen to it. Did anybody else hear?
I haven't listened to it yet. I just saw the link pop up. I'm good friends with Xander. He lives like down the street from me, and he was on there, so I'll have to probably gonna listen to it tonight.
So you could literally just go out to your front door, go and knock on his door, and get him to come round and appear on camera.
Not quite that, but it'd be a little bit of a drive, but not much of a drive at all. But we live in the same town, so.
Pick up the phone. The phone.
Well, myself and Stu live about, 100 miles away from each other. In the States, does that count as quite close, would you say?
What do you mean?
I guess, relatively speaking, I guess it would be.
Are we just down the road as well, then?
Yes, that's what I mean. So you're from Xander in the same sense that I'm from Stu, 100 miles away.
Yeah. Well, we're a little bit closer than 100 miles, but yeah. I think
Where are you from, Chris?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, you're not that far from me. Anderson, South Carolina here.
Oh yeah, you're not that far at all.
So on his doorstep, comparatively.
Yeah, just about. We're practically next door neighbors.
Yep. We're Carolinians.
Yeah.
Nobody likes us.
So, has anybody uploaded any good videos to YouTube this week?
I've not made one for about a month. I've still got to do my competition one.
Oh yes, the Shaq Fu competition.
Yeah. So basically, I've managed to get 100 subscribers, and my prize for the 100 subscriber competition is this copy of pristine copy actually of Shaq Fu.
Yes, I'm very surprised that you don't want to give that away.
Well, this is my second copy, so it's okay.
Well, you can't have enough copies of Shaq Fu, I should think.
I'm surprised they didn't burn it.
Oh, don't say that in front of Shaq Stew. They don't call him Shaq Stew for nothing.
Trying to find my other copy now.
And by comparison, the Genesis version is better than the Super Nintendo version.
Yes. And
whatever that means, but...
A lot of people have only played the Super Nintendo version, and they haven't played the Mega Drive version. And I've only played the Mega Drive version, that's the thing. I've seen the Super Nintendo, and yeah, it wasn't the same. Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
It doesn't have as many characters either. There's missing, like, 2 characters or something like that?
Where is it?
It's like comparing Pit Fighter for Genesis to Pit Fighter for Super Nintendo. It's
Well, I'll tell you
garbage
what,
all around.
I'll tell you what it's like comparing is Jurassic Park on the Mega Drive versus Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
They're different games. They shouldn't even have the same title. They're completely different games. One's a side-scroller, one's a top-down view with 3D. There we go. That's my other copy. See, my copy, if the box opens, you have to... But the one I'm giving away, look at that. Huh? Brand new.
Oh, watch out! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, all the games coming down on top of him live on the stream!
I'll tell you what else I got. No, I've screwed them all together so they're all joined. I got one of these. And what you can do with this, you can put it in the hole and get all the dust out.
Oh, I could
That's
do
what
with
she
one
said.
of those.
Yeah. Only £1 from the pound shop.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Or the dollar shop in the US. Is it called the dollar shop there?
Dollar store.
Dollar store, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're popping up everywhere, these pound shops.
Right, I think it's time to go to the comments.
Hey, we've got some.
Yes, this is going to be a bit more fractured than usual because, as we've said, it's a bit pants these days with the Google Plus.
Hello!
Bob!
He's been muted. You'll have to unmute yourself, Bob, in the meantime.
Hello.
Hello, how are you this week?
Can you hear me there?
No.
Sort of.
Very faintly.
Hang on. Any better?
There we go.
Yes, we are here.
Any better? Better or worse?
That's better.
It's like being at the opticians. So, Rob, you join us just in time for the comments reading. So, would you like to join us in reading the comments?
Indeed.
Yes, RetroUnlim says, hello. Jail76 Gaming says, hello.
Hello. Hi, YouTube.
Wingnut4427 says, pickles.
I don't know why I said that.
Do you like pickles?
No.
Chip pickle.
Oh, don't mention that on this stream.
Chip pickle. Yeah, you'll probably get sued by Angry Video Game Nerd for that. He's going to shut our shit down.
Oh, speaking of the Angry Video Game Nerd, have you ever seen a video of his called Monkey Cheese, or any in the series of Monkey Cheese videos?
I thought I'd seen all his videos. I haven't seen that.
Right,
No,
look
I
it
haven't
up.
seen it.
It was a bit of an animation type thing. All the videos are different.
I remember that. Yeah, I've seen some of those. Yeah,
Monkey
they're
cheese.
really strange.
Yes. Well,
Very.
some time ago, because I was bored one afternoon, I recorded a Monkey Cheese remix. So I mixed together a tune with samples from the Monkey Cheese videos and put some guitar over the top of it. This is true. This is true. If enough people request this,
I've never
I
seen
shall.
this.
Yes, if enough people request this, I shall upload it to the RetroUnlim YouTube channel. Okay?
So it can be
Alright.
quite properly banned for copyright, like everything else at the moment.
I
I'm
think
afraid
it'll
to
get
even
away.
talk
Yeah.
right now.
What does the Angry Video Game Nerd have a team of lawyers who go around YouTube taking down videos?
No, he obviously doesn't.
Well, he must have a team of lawyers to be able to keep them up. How does he get to put game footage up, and we can't?
Because he's partnered.
Right.
What? So that means copyright laws thrown out the window.
Well, they negotiate, the partner programs negotiate copyright deals.
I don't think it affects him the same way it does other people because he does a lot of scripted I don't want to say garbage. I've enjoyed his stuff. He does most of his stuff is scripted.
Yes, if you've got commentary over the top of something, they're generally okay on that, but they can be assholes about it sometimes.
Well, that's good, because I never shut up during my videos. I just talk and talk and talk. Yeah, it worked in my favour for once.
That's the way they did me with Let's Compare Tetris. I had to take it down 3 times and re-edit the thing to take the shit out. It just kept finding new things.
So was that for the footage or the sound, the music?
The music.
Oh, okay. So if you muted the video, then you probably would have been fine. But some companies, I'm getting onto this, Stu. Some companies such as Konami and Nintendo.
Oh, Konami. Sorry, go on.
Yes, they have nothing left, so they're going to come after the people who actually enjoy their stuff.
Well, Konami have nothing left. They have one of the biggest franchises of the last 15 years in Metal Gear Solid, and they're short on coin. What?
It's like Capcom. You know, they've been shoving garbage down people's throats for the past 20 years, and it's like, you know, we're making this game. We're Capcom. You're gonna like it, and if you don't buy it, fuck you.
Also, buy all our DLC.
Yeah.
Would you like to dress up your fighter? That'll cost you some money, sir. Ooh. That's why I love Namco compared to them. Namco are just awesome. They just, do you want free stuff? Here, we'll give you free stuff. Here's a free, free Dragon style beat 'em up. There you go, take it.
Who was that?
Take my money.
Who was that was talking about Capcom not long ago having only 178 million in the bank?
That was Gaming Tech USA.
Yeah.
Review Tech USA, sorry.
Yeah.
And he thinks they're going to go bust because they've only got $178 million left in the bank. Which apparently, for a big company like that, isn't a lot of money. I mean, if you think about it, I suppose, once you pay out wages and rent and things like that, it could go quick, depending on how big your company is.
Capcom's pretty big.
Yeah.
So
what we was talking about was that the very first streamcast. Well, I don't know if it was. I think it was just me and you, Harry, and then Scott joined us.
it was a prototype live stream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At that time, we were trying to prove to Steve that it would work as a format, I think.
So Scott put up, I think it was Ghouls and Ghosts. It was either that or Castlevania.
Castlevania, yes.
Was it Castlevania? Yeah.
I believe.
So he was playing it as, so you had me as me speaking, you had Harry in a picture or something, and then Scott put on his capture card and he started playing a game. Now this is 96 minutes into the 4-hour streamcast. Somehow, since the 18th, Google has picked up, oh, we found a frame that matches Konami content. What? So they put a copyright notice against the stream now.
And the ironic thing is, in that stream, I play my guitar for about half an hour and play all these copyrighted songs on it, but it didn't pick them up. How come? Is it because I'm a terrible guitar player? Please don't answer that.
But it's like somebody playing a game while other people are talking, yet people like AVGN can put, actual clips of footage, sound and audio, from the games, and nothing happens.
In fairness, it does seem to be Konami especially. I mean, even prior to the 18th again, the only stuff I've really had copyright strikes, well, not strikes, but warnings for was Konami stuff. What was it? Parodius. They clamped that, and that was again with me talking over it. And I think Gradius. I think they put a claim in against that. No one else seems to. I mean, they seem to be just specifically really, 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 tight on shooting down people that want to actually promote their games.
Yes.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens. The video I just posted was me playing G.I. Joe, which was released by Konami, the arcade game, in '92 or something like that. So I'll have to see what happens. Nothing yet, but we'll see.
That's why I pulled Let's Compare Castlevania down, because I had the same thing. It'd been there for like a year, and now all of a sudden there's a problem.
I've had Metal Gear Solid videos flagged up by Konami.
It's crazy.
I meant to say I'm surprised.
Fuck you, Konami. Fuck you.
I'm surprised. Was it Gauntlet? Did anyone try and take Gauntlet down, or is that am I getting mixed up? Your Gauntlet. Let's compare.
Yeah, I had to take that one down because I had a bogus claim out of Russia somewhere.
I was gonna say because I don't even know who owns. I don't think anyone knows who owns Gauntlet right now.
The Russians own it, of course. It's the same people who own Tetris. It's the same people who took your Tetris video down.
It was because of a certain musical score in there that was already in the game.
All right.
And
right.
It makes no sense to me. I couldn't figure it out. I fought the claim 3 times, and all 3 times I lost. So I just took the shit down.
That's a pity, because it was a very thorough Gauntlet. There was a lot of Gauntlet action going on there.
Well,
I still like Gauntlet.
It's on Daily Motion, so I have a video in there that links to the lost videos. So screw you, YouTube.
Right, JL76 has made a comment. He thinks that this hashtag is being used by somebody else.
What? How could they? Why are they Right, I'm going on Twitter now.
Yeah, Jean-Paul Bourdieu. Looks like
Gaultier?
No, it's Bald Ryu or something. He's been using it for something.
So change your hashtag to the real Are You Live?
Just like the real Loco Maniac.
No, we'll just keep using it. I mean, if we use it more than him, then he'll have to stop using it. Isn't that how it works nowadays?
Well, speaking of comments, we have some more in the actual stream. Glenn Plant is here, and he says, "Evening, gents."
Hi, Glenn.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi, how's it going if you're still watching, because I note our viewers have dropped down to 3. We've also got Gaming Jabiathan, who says, "Oh, this is about arcades. I always ask the attendants in arcades if I can buy something instead of using my tickets, but they always say no. Guess it would ruin the point of the ticket system. Though I'm not usually there long enough to win anything. Last time I went, I missed out on some Pokemon cards by a few tickets, so I got some playing cards instead. I can always pretend that the little red blobs are Charmander and friends." That's a brilliant comment. Thank you.
The shit was probably toxic anyway. You probably didn't want it anyhow.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
I'm trying to think of a witty Pokemon-related retort.
I don't know enough about Pokemon to say anything.
Have you ever played? Has anybody here ever played any of the Pokemon games apart from me?
I've never played any of them, no.
I'm slightly the wrong generation. I think if I was a couple of years younger, I might have picked up on it, but by the time Pokemon came out, I was in the pubs.
I don't even think I think that even my kids missed that. So you must have to be around about 20 to, because obviously I'm in my 30s. My kids are in below 10.
Yeah.
So it must be, if you're between 15 and 25, you would have played Pokemon.
Yeah,
I
think if I'd have been 15 when it came out, or maybe 13 when it came out, it would have been like the greatest thing ever, because I was a bit OCD about collecting things in games, so I would have been, oh my god, I must collect them all, apparently. But yeah, no, it sailed by me completely, and I've never really kind of gotten into it. So.
Yeah, I heard my nephew try to explain it to me one time. He was saying, and he completely lost me after like the first sentence. Your card has to be more powerful than this card with this and he's going down this whole laundry list of things that one card can do to beat the other. And I'm like, they're just freaking cards.
Is it not just top trumps?
Do what?
Is it just not top trumps?
There's a game in the UK called Top Trumps, and you get them on different. There'll be one on fast cars and one on Doctor Who or something. And each card will say, it'll have a series of statistics, and you basically play against the other guy, and you have to say, you put down your card and go, oh, my card, intelligence is 50, and if the other card is intelligence is less, then you win his card. So it's pretty simple.
So if you lay down a Ferrari and the other guy lays down a Pinto, you've got a Pinto.
Yeah, exactly. Unless the other guy called the statistic shit cars, in which case the Pinto would win. Likelihood of it being broken down on the side of the road. 100%.
Exploding on kick, with a kick.
The brilliant thing about those is anybody can make their own Top Trumps cards. We could make our own RetroUnlim Top Trumps cards and start a Kickstarter for it.
Yeah.
Let's do it now. Hashtag Are You Live, ladies and gentlemen, on Twitter. Just thought I'd say that again there.
Yeah, are you live? Yes, we are.
Hey. So tonight's edition is supposedly vehicle and car themed, but which is why I've got the picture of the London bus here.
I was wondering about that.
Yes, but basically all that theme stuff went out of the window after the first second. So
what cars does
everybody or something?
What's everybody's car?
Oh.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Bob?
He doesn't want to say.
I drive a 2002 Saturn LW2000.
You've got
You
a Saturn.
drive a video game console.
Yeah, I won the Saturn just recently. It's boxed and everything.
Yes, I drive a Saturn.
I drive a Mega. Just think about that for a second.
Is it too late to say I have a Pinto? Yeah, I have a thing called a Seat Toledo, which is sort of it's a Volkswagen under a different name, basically. So.
I have an invisible car because I don't drive one.
Really? Parking must be pretty interesting. Where'd I park it again? Oh shit, I don't know.
I can park anywhere. It's not a problem. See, because it's invisible, nobody can bump into it.
Are you mixing up invisible with non-existent?
So if it's invisible, how do you know when it's gone?
Imagination car!
Of course it exists! It would beat a Fiat Punto
Wonder
in
Woman can
Trump.
drive an invisible jet, you know.
Invisible jet.
That always really confused me. Like, is it,
She can fly. She can fly, but why does she need a jet?
To get people lifts. Right?
Yeah, but all of her super friends can fly too, except for Aquaman.
And nobody likes Aquaman, so, you know.
Yeah,
Hey, we're gonna go flying. Hey, can we take it? Oh, no. You'll have to walk or swim or whatever the fuck you do.
Is Aquaman's special power basically that he can swim?
He can talk to fish, I think, like telepathically, and
Yeah.
because that's useful.
Yes, how is that useful?
When he's stuck under the water, they come and help him.
I think they kind of kept changing his powers. They kept retconning him, and I think at one point he could control water and do all. They went, hang on, we better beef him up so we can actually do important stuff other than talking to whelks and things. So I think for a while he could control water.
it's like Aquaman. Lex Luthor is trying to overthrow the Earth. Go ask the fish what we should do.
They say they're cool with it, as long as he doesn't touch the oceans.
It's a load of pollux. I failed to open up Google Effects in time to get the fail horn up.
Yes, I try to look up the powers, but
There we go.
Nice.
10 seconds too late. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of keep changing. It's like
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
it's the thing about comics is that they're sort of it's like a never-ending, very confusing soap opera a lot of the times. You know, the people keep coming back from the dead or dying, or their clones die and their clones are brought back from the dead, and you know, it's you got to keep changing it. But the problem is, like, they just keep rebooting it every couple of years. So.
I know, how many times has Flash died now?
How many Infinite Crisis has there been? And you know, like, you know, you think, you know, there should just be one, but it's like, you know, Total Armageddon 5.
Yeah. Then really was the last one a Total Armageddon at all? Like, if we've had to have more than one Armageddon, was the last one really Armageddon then?
It's exactly. This is the last Armageddon until Jeff Johns wants to do another one. And then
sell more books.
More lanterns!
Yeah.
Puce lanterns. We're running with more colours. Grey lanterns. Their power is just boredom. They're just gonna. Yeah. You want to have that back? Yeah, it's boring.
They've all got clouds above their heads, you know.
I'm going to stop you eventually.
I have the power of depression.
Having said that, I actually do like Green Lantern Red and his work with like I actually like what he did with it, taking expanding it out so you got a whole spectrum of colours. But anyway, that's a talk for another day.
Spectrum.
Oh, God.
Well, is it cold where everybody is?
It comes and goes. Like, one day it'll be like freezing here, and the next day it'll be 70, 75 degrees or whatever.
It's the same here.
That's Fahrenheit.
It's inconsistent.
What's that in Celsius?
Smaller number.
Let's see, F plus 30, F minus 32. I don't know. I don't have the formula in my head right now.
These are the problems of using Imperial and the other one.
Metric
simultaneously.
We use the dumb one.
Metric, yes.
I'll say I studied physics in school and in college, and I think the United States is stupid for not switching to metric. It's the easiest system in the world. I don't know why we don't do that.
Well, we mix them here in the UK as well, because when you ask somebody how heavy they are, which is a rather rude thing, but they will give it in stones and pounds.
Yeah.
Whereas in the States, they'll generally give it in kilograms. Is that true?
Or is it not pounds?
No, they do pounds.
Oh, pounds, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, pounds.
You don't do stone, do you?
No.
Yeah, you see, well, the UK and Ireland subdivided into stone. See, they got to make it awkward. And then the French and everyone else goes, oh no, I am 100 kilograms. I really need to lose weight.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound that big at all.
About being high, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we are united in our love of overcomplicating things.
Yeah.
It depends on Europe what they decide to do to us next.
Yeah.
Like how straight our bananas are before you're allowed to sell.
Oh my God!
Oh, have you been reading the Daily Mail again?
That's pretty much that's all the Daily Mail exists for. It's like you know, damn Europeans
stories.
Coming over here stealing our bananas. Fritz says the bananas can't be too yellow. That's kind of they're not too fond of of Europe, really.
Oh, this is a question for you, Bob, actually. Do they have the same Daily Mail in Ireland?
Yeah! Oh, wait, I better explain this. We get, well, you see, alright, first of all, I'm a big lefty kind of person, so I don't really read the kind of red tops much. Yeah, what they do is they go, it's the Irish Sun, and it'll have like one Irish specific page, and then everything else is just the UK one. You know, that's kind of, you know, they can stick one token page in for us, and it's the Irish Sun. What is
do they still sell newspapers? I've not seen newspapers for a long time.
Where do you live? The future or something? Yeah, of course they do. I mean, because it's, you know, I mean, it's true. The iPad and the Kindle have made it easier. They overcame the one stumbling block that, you know, paper. The one advantage paper had over, you know, digital stuff is that, you know, you can sit and read in the toilet. That was the one because, you know, you couldn't sit there with a laptop.
Hang on, have you never taken your iPad to the toilet?
That's what I'm saying. Well, since the iPad came out, that was the one advantage, you know, was lost.
Yeah, but if you run out of toilet paper, you have nothing to wipe your ass with. You know?
You have something to read while you scream at your wife to go and get some. You know,
No,
please bring me some. I shouldn't need everything I
The
said.
Daily Mail.
It's funny. My girlfriend saw a spider, and I said, "Quick, hand me the newspaper." And she goes, "No, that wasn't it. Sorry, I've completely balls that up."
So 3 spiders walk into a bar.
Right, this is how it actually went. I asked my girlfriend to borrow the newspaper, and she says, "Don't be silly. Use my iPad." The spider never knew what hit it.
Oh, yes. It still worked just as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Better luck next time. So, this guy walks into the bar, and he's got a steering wheel on his belt.
Oh no! Has there been a single stream where you've not told this joke, Stu?
Hey, look, it's a live stream, so I've got to tell it.
Oh my God, we're into minus viewers. How is that possible?
The barman says, "Do you know you've got a steering wheel on your belt?" And the man says, "Yeah, it's driving me nuts."
For the love of God, change the subject.
I tell that joke every day at work. People love it. Every time someone goes, "It's driving me nuts," I go, "That's like that guy that walked into a bar."
Oh, I bet they love you at work, Stu.
Yeah.
You work with a lot of people with memory damage, don't you? It's like that.
He works at a nuclear plant.
Yeah, exactly. What am I doing here again? I don't know. Oh, it's a joke about nuts. Fantastic. Where am I? Where's my cruises? Yeah, okay.
They're like, when he's walking up, everybody's like, "Okay, here he comes. Don't say anything about steering wheels or nuts." Okay. I hear this joke one more time, I'm gonna choke him.
That's funny.
All right, to try and move us on here, I have a pretty big question for you all. The Xbox One was released here in the United Kingdom at 12 a.m. this morning. Does anybody have one yet?
Yes. Oh, I've got a PS4.
No.
Let me go get it. Hang on.
Oh?
He's going to come back with a steering wheel in his trousers.
4 PS1s.
Yeah, I think the PS4 is already crashing and burning, and there's people returning them now.
This has been sent from Japan. It's pre-release PS4. It's PAL. That's why it's come from Japan. So I can use it here. So this is the unboxing video. Oh, this is the power supplies in here. It's very heavy. Very heavy. It's about 1 kilo or 2.2 pounds.
Or a small child.
Very small child.
A very, very small baby, really, yeah.
And then
Or half a small child. Okay, I don't know. Too far, Rob. You've gone too far.
the PS4. Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't think I had one, did you?
I don't know. It's a bit blurry. That could be a VCR.
It could be a VCR. It could be a VCR, or
Could be a Commodore 60. No.
it could be a
ColecoVision.
telephone as well.
I was about to say ColecoVision. I got Commodore.
Television?
Is it a ColecoVision? Yes, it
Yes.
is.
No.
With Donkey Kong.
Nice.
Yeah.
So can we get some exclusive footage of Donkey Kong on the PS4 here?
For the
then?
love of God, we'll get taken off again.
The only,
Copyright, man.
yeah,
Just
exactly.
saying Donkey Kong will get you a strike.
Yeah,
No,
we
this
just- we need
this isn't actually mine. It's Mr. on RetroUnlim himself,
Oh, very nice.
and it's broken. So he sent it to me to see if I can fix it,
Oh, right.
which I'm going to attempt to. But I've left my electronic probe thingy at the girlfriend's house.
What, multimeter?
Yeah, multimeter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, electronic probe just made send
Hey, look, it sounded more Doctor Who.
It sounded more alien arse probing, to be honest.
Yeah. That's what I was worried it was.
What was in your go? Oh, we're just trying something out, you know.
Have you
Is
tried
everybody
the
Go on.
opcode version of Donkey Kong for the ColecoVision?
Is it what?
Opcode.
What does that mean?
It's the opcode version of Donkey Kong for the ColecoVision. Looks just like the arcade.
Oh, right, okay. This is, yeah, it just says Donkey Kong
Is that the Sears
Nintendo.
one?
Now look it up. Look it up.
There you go, Donkey Kong Nintendo.
Yeah. Look up opcode Donkey Kong ColecoVision.
What's CBS mean? Is that the company that released the game?
Publisher, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
Well, sounds
Wow,
like
it doesn't
Yeah,
really
it
look good.
says CBS Electronics.
It looks just like it. I'm looking at the footage. It looks just like the arcade. That looks really nice, actually.
All right, well, when I get it working, I'll put some footage up so I can get the copyright strike.
Well, here's a question for everybody. Which was the version of Donkey Kong you played first? What console or system was it for?
NES.
Same here.
Arcade.
2600. Sorry.
I was the Atari 800. Or the
800.
arcade. Yeah, the 800 XL, the computer.
All right.
It's quite a nice port. I think it was missing one of the screens, but I
Gonna
remember
get
it
a
being
picture
pretty
of
good.
that. Can I get a picture of that?
Yeah, hang on, let's see.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm looking up a picture of it.
Do go, look.
I shall get it.
Has everybody seen the Doctor Who?
The
Google.
googly thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
played
pretty
it.
It
cool.
was fun.
Well,
9 minutes, 1 second.
The first level was. I got bored of it after the first level. But it was nice that they gave it a go, you know.
Yeah.
There's a
You
link.
all excited for tomorrow?
Why? What's happening tomorrow?
23rd.
Yeah. It's 50th,
Oh, the,
50th anniversary
It's
episode.
Doctor Who. BBC One, Doctor Who, no?
yeah, I've
You guys get BBC there? Or?
The Day of the Doctor? No? Have you not? Anyone? No one's seen the adverts. No one's seen.
Oh,
the
yeah,
TV
we
radio?
have.
Seriously?
I'm so far behind. I can't bring myself. I've watched the show since I was the 80s. They brought it over to PBS, the States on PBS, and I started watching when Tom Baker was the Doctor. And he's always been my. Actually, I don't have it right now. I knitted myself a scarf, a replica scarf.
Hang on.
Of course, Bob's got one.
No, I don't have the scarf, but I don't know if you can see this.
I can see it. Yeah, definitely.
A mate of mine met him, and I think it was Derek Jacobi, the guy who played. I think he played the Master. That episode, and they were lovely. He was just talking for ages because he knew I was a big Doctor Who fan, you know. So he got me that signed one. So
awesome.
Rob, Tom Baker. But yeah, they were lovely. They just chatted with him for hours.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
Tom Baker's a very nice man.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan. So.
Have you met him?
No, I've this is going by what my friend's experience with him from what I've heard.
Oh, so he's met him.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. My friend Mick was in the UK, and he was just walking by this place, and they just happened to be doing a signing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll go in there, and I'll get a photo for Bob." So, which is what he did, which was nice.
Awesome. Well, which was
Very
nice.
cool.
Yes.
This is
Doctor
my-
Who.
This
Hey.
is my friend, by the way, who just mailed. He sends me because I can't really buy any games at the moment, and he sends me WhatsApp. You know the phone thing, basically pictures every day of look. Here's another Japanese game I bought off eBay, and he just does it every day. I just get all these games that he's like, look at this. Look, this is the 15 copies of Columns I bought from one guy off eBay, and there's actually a picture of him with like 15 copies of Columns, and him grinning. Somebody sold 15 copies of Columns in the Game Gear.
What?
Like, I don't know, it wasn't even like, here's a load of games and it's got some columns. It was just a big stack of columns. A column of columns, if you will. And it's just a picture of him. And he actually said, he sent one picture of one, and then it was two, and then it just continued until there was like 15, and him just going, ah!
This guy is crazy.
Insane, he's insane. Lovely guy though, but he's a big retro collector as well, but I can never get him on the internet to talk about it.
Why did he have 15 copies of Columns?
Just
In-
like
So-
you've got 15 copies of
Hang on.
Shanked.
In
So he
case
could be...
in
Oh.
case he wanted to play it more than once.
Oh yeah.
Hey, at the
Or he
same
needed
time.
coasters for shot glasses.
Oh, here's a challenge video that I was going to do, and here's another exclusive thing that I've never revealed till tonight. Something I was going to do, but haven't got round to it. I was going to play, at the same time, a two-player game of Columns, one on the left side, one on the right side, one with joypad 1, one with joypad 2, and see how long I could last for a video. Now,
What,
obviously...
you play it yourself?
Yes, quite
You took
literally.
the words
And
out of
you've-
my mouth.
Yes, you've just given me the
Hang
name
on.
of this series,
You was going
potentially.
to play
Playing with
your
myself.
Columns.
Probably a
Gonna
joystick
play with-
in there as well.
Play with my own columns, yes. At the same time.
Playing with his joystick.
You was going to use both hands on your Columns.
Oh, don't remind me about columns in the beginning of this stream, which was a technical disaster, shall we say.
Oh yeah, Bob, you got here. Did you manage to figure out the spam folder?
Oh no, it was no spam folder for me. It was just I mailed earlier on to say most of my family seemed to come down with some sort of weird norovirus thing. So I basically just was nursing them all, but they're all basically in bed now. But it was not pleasant today. Everyone was being sick, and it was not very nice. So that's why I said I mightn't be on tonight because I may be looking after my family.
So how are they feeling now?
I just left them there, lying in pools of their own vomit, so I could come and talk to you guys. No, they're grand. They're grand. They're the
Yes,
most funny folks.
RetroUnlim comes before everything. Oh, geez, live streaming can take over your life, seriously.
So
Yes.
I've got something, which I don't know if I should say it yet, but I'm going to anyway, because that way it sort of motivates me to get it done. Where I work, we have a TV studio, and I've come up with this idea of creating a TV show similar to Bad Influence. So we've got different departments. We've got a media department, art department, music, you name it. There's everything there. Plus a full TV studio, big, 40-foot green screen, and proper cameras and everything. And yeah, I'm thinking of like making a show for RetroUnlim.
Why not?
Sweet.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, like a proper show, like beginning to end, half an hour.
Yes.
But proper research, proper scripts.
So what you're saying is you're going to need a whole new cast.
Yeah, pretty much.
And writers.
Well, that's the thing. I've also got 4,000 students. So
Oh, yes. So
And you
what,
can force
Stu?
them to watch it. Yay!
Yes,
Captive
we've got
audience.
4,000 viewers already there. Right, listen,
Yeah.
we've got the basis for a fantastic new series here.
Yeah.
We've got the whole of the RetroUnlim talent pool to write these series, and
Hey, Dave,
then
you're muted.
we can record them in professional quality studios, yes. And Lawn Boys Post can write the first episode. Dave, you've been muted. I don't know why. I'm going to have to fix
it's as
this.
soon as you I think it's your settings, Harry, that as soon as somebody joins, they're automatically muted.
Nope, apparently not. Well,
Yeah, it's your settings for the live stream. Dave, if you can hear us, you've got to press the little microphone. Oh, okay.
He's cussing right now.
Can anybody lip read?
the thing's really tiny, and I can't. Not that I can lip read or anything.
Hello.
That's weird because the microphone was there. Then when I moved my mouse towards it, it disappeared. Then I moved it away, it reappeared. It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon moment.
This whole stream's been a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
I do apologise. I'm late. I was watching Doc Martin and having peri peri chicken.
Oh, sounds tasty.
And then I logged into YouTube and had a massive brain fart moment because I was trying to work out why suddenly I seem to have gained 40 subscribers in less than an hour.
Oh wow!
Very nice.
Has somebody given you a shout out then?
Yes. I had a quick look and I thought I'll watch it after this. I've queued it because it would be rude for me to keep you waiting. But Rich Review Tech USA answered one of my questions.
Oh wow!
Sweet.
And then he gave me. He's a cool guy actually because I've talked to him behind the scenes. He's answered some of my questions before, and he just put something up on Facebook, and I just asked him a question, and he was even nice enough when he answered my question to correct my terrible typo I made. And yeah, he gave me an incredibly nice. I've only literally watched the start. He gave me an incredibly nice plug. I don't think I've ever been referred to as an adult before, but.
Yeah, he did. I did see a video of him when he said that if anybody gives a question that he hasn't found himself, he'll give them a shout out. So you obviously knew something he didn't.
Well, I am English, as you know.
Yes, as English.
Hang on, we've
Rule
got
the world.
Dave, we've got some Americans on the cast.
I know, that's why I said it. That's. Hello,
Well,
new
I
people.
speak English.
Hello.
You borrowed the language and you updated it.
Yeah. Butchered it.
And then changed a bunch of spelling and keywords.
Can anybody here speak any language other than English?
Bad
French.
English.
Pig Latin.
Yeah. I was learning Russian for a while. I'm just not.
Southern redneck.
Yeah.
Russian.
Is Jimbo not coming in? Because I have to drink this.
Oh, he might be here a little bit later on.
Yeah, I got that too.
Was that Iron Brew, or did you just have a bottle of piss there? I thought it all gone Bear Grylls.
His looked a little watered down, actually.
Yeah.
Is that the Tesco Value Iron Brew?
No, it's bar real Iron Brew.
Made from Gardens.
Did everybody see, or anybody see, Tesco's were doing 24 cans of Coke for £5?
What?
Yeah, 24 cans for £5, but by the time I got there, they'd sold out.
What, real Coke or their weird
Real?
watered down liquor?
No, Coca-Cola. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. But
Maybe there's still time to order online.
there's something called Hot UK Deals, and my friend subscribes to it, and he just goes, "Oh, quick, get down Tesco's. They're selling." No, he knew like days before that they were going to be selling it.
Medium.
Yeah.
He's a Coke medium.
Yeah.
We need to set up one of these websites.
Coke dealer.
But we have nothing to sell. Yeah. Just it's like one of their would take a massive hit on it just to get people in the door, but they don't really understand that most people who shop for Coke are male shoppers do one thing when they go to a store. They know exactly what they're going to buy. They go in there, They pick it up, and they leave.
See, the thing with that is, if you've ever worked in a supermarket, one of the first things to tell you is, if you get somebody coming in and going straight to a certain part of the store, then they are likely to steal something.
Oh, that makes sense then, because I get watched by every security guard I ever go in every store. I was particularly interested because I was in a Tesco's Metro the other day, and he got his notebook out and started writing as soon as I went to the store.
It could have been his diary.
Yeah, I was like, write all you want,
Today a
mate.
very attractive man came in and walked by me. Will I
I'm
go
a
over and
fully-
talk to him? No, dear diary, I will not.
As a fully qualified security guard, I can say that security guards have to write down anything they find suspicious. It might not get shown to anybody, it's for their own personal use, but it's just there, just in case something goes to court, for example.
It might not be anything, but it's for their own personal use. That's even worse. This very attractive guy walked into the store today. I'd like to cover him in butter.
You're in the slash fiction now. It's furry slash fiction. Right.
Yeah.
It was actually his live journal he was updating.
Yeah, the giveaway was when I
just
left
got
the store, he
Longbox
popped the
box.
note in my top pocket and his phone number was on it.
Hang on, here's a question. In the UK, in Tesco's, do they have the salmonella corner that we have here?
Salmonella corner.
It's the stuff that's about to go off.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and they put it there, and there's like as the course of the day, like they'll put out like a couple of steaks, and if they're due to their use by date is the end of that day, they'll be there. And then as the day goes on, if they haven't sold, they drop the price more, and then they drop it again. So like you can get ridiculously like if you don't mind.
There's just a bunch of people standing near the table, like
Pretty
this,
much.
just ready to pounce.
I've seen like the bakery. The bakery they put all like the cakes. They go from being like €2 to being like 10 cents, 5 cents, which is very little.
Buy this
people
steak
literally-
and get free mushrooms.
You know what? I was in Tesco's one day, and there was this guy in there that I knew. He was a pharmacist, and he was just standing in there.
So
Was
saying
he buying lots and lots of Sudafed? Cold medicine.
Yeah,
Pharmacist with quotes.
He was driving him
standing near the
nuts.
bakery, and I
Science,
said, "Oh,
bitch.
yeah." He says to me, "Oh, just hang around for a bit because the bread's about to go on sale." What? It's like,
The
it was
bread?
like, yeah, the bread is about to go on sale.
This is the thing. Like they come 6 o'clock, they come out and they reprice them, and like you get like an apple tart for like 10 cents or something like that. It's awesome.
I have to say, I have by sheer fluke, and it's only because the game section in Sainsbury's is pretty much right next to like the roast chicken section, and I've been there once, and I just happened to be at the exact moment that they marked down a whole roast chicken, still hot, to £1.50, and even I thought, oh, I'm having that.
Yeah.
Did you like eat it outside or did you bring it home?
Stuck a fork in it and ate it like a lolly.
You could relive Oktoberfest, you know, get some German beer and a big entire roast chicken and just
I went to
scarf that down.
college with someone, right, and this is true, and it sounds terrible, and yes, he got very messy eating it, but it was brilliant. He took a Bernard Matthews, you know those circle Bernard Matthews turkey things?
Yeah.
It's not, it's obviously cooked turkey that they...
Turkey roll.
Yeah, he cooked one of them, right? And then he made, I think you know where this is going when I say what next, right? And then he made a whole massive, like, cake bowl of gravy, and he stuck a fork in it, and he just dunked it, ate it, dunked it, ate it. And I looked at him.
Sounds like the KFC famous bowl.
Yeah. I looked at him, part of me was like, you disgusting pig, but the other part of me just went, okay,
I
that's
want to
delicious.
try that. Yes.
It's a bit, I mean, if you're sober, you go, oh, that's disgusting. And if you had a lot of pints, you go, yeah, I'll give it a try. And if you had a lot of pints, you just put your face in the bowl and go, oh, da, 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 da.
Oh, he had a plan. You didn't mind. He had a plan. He put newspaper down on the chair and everything.
Oh, well, yeah.
You've obviously done it before.
You can't do that with an iPad, can you?
That was,
Or a thing
and
like
if I
that
recall,
bowl.
it was actually Christmas Day, and that was his lunch.
It sounds like our old school Christmas dinners that we used to have. This is true, this. In the week before Christmas, we always used to have a special Christmas meal, and it was basically just the same as usual, but one sprout and a slice of turkey roll for £5 more or something stupid like that.
Oh,
Fantastic.
makes me glad that I lived about 2 minutes from the school that I went to. So all my friends, instead of going to eat in school, all went back to my house and we played the Super Nintendo for like 45 minutes, scarfed down a lunch and went back.
You were allowed to leave school at dinner time?
Yeah.
Different times.
Different, yeah. It's
You've got to remember, in Ireland right now, it's still technically Victorian time.
Yes.
Yeah, she hasn't died yet, has she? You know, Queen Victoria, if she's still around.
Longest running monarch ever.
Yeah,
When I was at school, our Christmas dinner consisted of...
All hail Robo Victoria, the cyborg.
They give us a photograph of a turkey and just tell us to salivate.
One day, if you work
Nothing
really, really
wrong
hard
with
and make
it.
lots of money, you can own this picture of a turkey. It can be yours, my son. All of this can be yours.
That was actually oddly enough our exams.
Oh, yes. We have some...
Mr. Yakum,
Yes.
where's the we were working on our side project last night, and he had many names during it, but I don't. Those of you who were on the last week's stream. Sorry, Mr. Yakum, I am going to plug it. We're doing a football
already did.
podcast. Oh, well, I'm going to plug it again because I'm sexier than he is. And, sorry.
That's what the security guard said.
Yeah, I'll go and get his number if you want. So it's either, Harry Yack's ballsack, but my girlfriend came up with a brilliant idea, and this is what I wanted to go with. I think it should be called Bend It Like Yakum.
What, the whole podcast?
And so rapidly, he just became Yakum during the podcast.
Yes, Dave, I am part way through editing that, and I might be able to get that finished off tomorrow. But we need to brainstorm a name tonight so I can set up the channel to upload it.
Bend It Like Yakum.
How about Dave and Yakum?
Sorry?
David Yakum.
David
Yakum.
Yes, of course, David Yackham. Yeah, because this is Dave,
Dave
and I'm
N.
Yackham, yes.
N. Yakum. Dave N. Yakum.
Yes.
What's the N?
Well, it's like and, but it's abbreviated.
Dave and Yackham, yeah.
That works. Congratulations, sir. Here
Your
is a
names
picture
are-
of a turkey.
That's your royalties. Dave and Yackham.
I thought that would take ages, because let's be honest, I had rather lots of potty-mouthed randomitis moments.
He's just cut all the bits of you out. That's It's basically the Yack show with a picture of Dave at one point.
I think it's safe to say, if we were joking about it last night, and it's not going to stop us because it's not what things like that are about. But I think it's safe to say, other than Harry, if you're a Wigan fan, get ready to click the thumbs down.
Yes, there are no other Wigan fans out there on the web. I've searched for them many an hour.
You just stand there at night, you open your door and just go, "Hello, I'm a Wigan fan. Hello."
No, you idiot, you yak.
Someone just shouts back in the Ghostbusters voice, "Get out."
There's your turkey.
Did you just draw that?
Yeah.
Well, that's very well drawn. Do you have it? Do you have qualifications?
Can you give it to Stu?
Oh yeah.
Sign it, and then you should have it as a competition prize on your channel.
It's not that good.
I'm not lying.
If you want to see my best, I'll go get it. Hold on.
I'm not lying.
I want an airbrush turkey.
Wait right here.
Yeah, a fully rendered CGI perfect turkey. 1080, 3D, with explosions and Michael Bay holding it up on a fork.
J.J. Abrams lens flare.
Yeah. Is he actually gone to get a real turkey? I hope he has.
Oh, yeah, but he's just going to tempt us, isn't he? We can't eat it.
Oh, I've got a pot noodle. Not the same. Why don't they make turkey flavoured pot noodle just for Christmas? They tell loads to students. If you are listening to this, Golden Wonder, that's my idea.
If you want to sell to students, you just need vodka flavored pot noodle, or just vodka and pot noodle, or just buy a bottle of vodka and some pot noodle and just
I thought
They already do that, you know.
I thought students just lived on Tesco's value noodles, the ones at 17p, and basically just strips of cardboard sprayed with flavour.
And sometimes sometimes we used to snort the flavour.
The giveaway that they live on that is the fact that they're all pale and have gout.
Oh, we've got some comments from Colo CPC, but the main one... Hello. The main one here is Xbox One still doesn't launch in Europe until sometime late 2014. Is that true?
Yeah, it's like a certain amount of countries. It launched first, like the UK and Ireland.
You know why you don't? I'm going to sound terrible saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You see, the infrastructure for electricity in some parts of Eastern Europe is not that good. And have you seen the size of the Xbox? You got 10 of them in one village, you're shutting down the power, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stu showcased one earlier, didn't he?
It's quite large. You could have a whole family of 4 in it.
Stu got one.
Yes, but it looks an awful lot like a ColecoVision.
Oh.
I won't be buying one. This is now I can afford. I can now get an Xbox 360 though. I'm going to be able to pick one up cheap. And it might not red ring on me this time. I've had 2 of them red ring. So.
Oh, please don't talk to me about red rings.
Eating some curry again.
Here's the picture I was referring to. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but.
Was that yours? Is that your picture?
Yeah.
That's the chick from Wildcats, isn't it?
Yeah. Voodoo.
I mean, I never read comics
awesome.
because I'm not a nerd.
Well, you missed our Aquaman discussion earlier.
Yeah.
And there's many reboots.
That's really rather good. I'm extremely impressed.
Now we expect a high quality turkey picture.
That was a 5-second drawing.
A 5-second drawing.
He did it with his mind powers.
With the power of his mind.
What's that you said, Bob? You're going to get an Xbox 360?
Eventually, yeah, I'm going to be looking for one shortly, since hopefully they'll drop in price a hell of a lot, since everyone's going off and trading them into by the Xbox Zone or Xbox One or whatever you call it.
It's funny, you know that even though, because I said I don't plan on going next gen, but it's just the same with anything when it comes to new release time. The minute the Xbox One came out, I just looked at my Xbox 360, even though I have no plans on getting it, just looked at it like that and just went, oh, prior generation now, you've lost that much love.
Do you know what? I've got the 360, and I don't think it's gone down at all. Just because the Xbox One to me is basically just the same as the 360, but looks a bit different.
Well,
looks like a
it's a
VCR.
console from Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't such a big leap when you went from the original Xbox to the 360. Straight away, they're different consoles, different menus, different everything.
Yeah, because one of them worked for its entire lifespan and the other one didn't.
Yeah, but the 360 to the Xbox One, the menus, they everything looks the same.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
that's
a little
because if it's not broke, don't fix it. I do like the Xbox sort of interface. I have to say it's tasty and delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if you turn on an Xbox 360 and you don't smell burning plastic, it's not working.
Just the same as if you turn on a PlayStation 3 and don't wait an hour and a half for an update.
Exactly.
That's what I'm doing. After Christmas, I'm going next gen. I'm going to be looking out for a PlayStation 3.
I thought you said that's what I'm doing and you meant you were updating on your Station 3.
Right now, he's been doing it for several weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to get one after Christmas when everybody's got their PS4s, so it's cheaper.
In fairness, I haven't had too much of a problem with the updates on the PS3. The longest one though was the day I put on DC Universe or DC Online when it went free to play, and it was something ridiculous like 26 gig download, and it actually wasn't too bad. I just left it running for a couple of hours.
Hey Bob,
So,
you know out in Ireland, things are a little bit behind. Your internet connection is probably faster than mine. I've got 2 megabit connection. So imagine 26 gig over a 2 megabit connection. It'll take me 4 days to download it.
Did the light start going?
I've a 150 meg connection, Mister. Oh, Ireland's all behind. You get him with his fancy internet and electricity and that.
Yeah.
We're not that far behind you.
Is it true that I hear on the mainland you have lights that run on power and not wick?
It's true. Hardly any of our lights are powered on magic these days. It's
How many horsepower does your car have?
all
one.
of them.
One. Why has it only got 1 horsepower? 'Cause it's fucking got a horse. I'm sorry,
Right, so-
Ireland. We love you, really. We love you because you gave us Father Ted.
Oh yes.
And absolutely horrific commercials on TV to stop kids driving like mental people.
Oh yeah, they're like little mini horror
The
movies.
first time I ever stayed in Ireland, I saw this commercial on TV. I didn't know it was a commercial because they wait to the scene of utter carnage and death at the end where it says, "Please drive carefully." But yeah, it's just like people swerving all over the road
Is that
like
the
this.
one with the car flips out, barrels over a hedge, and like just takes a 3-year-old out?
No, the
Is
one.
that
This is because this is going back to sort of 2002. It's the one where they plough straight into the front of a digger, but for some reason the digger's got, even though it's on the road, it's got its like digger bit down.
It's basically those car ads are pretty much Final Destination, like in ad form. It's like what atrocity is going to happen to this car now?
It's terrible, right? Because again, I don't care about sounding like a bastard. I think we all realise that now. I was watching the commercial on TV tonight about don't take a chance across level crossings. Because I just went, you know what a waste of taxpayers' money, spending money on a commercial saying don't take a chance on a level crossing.
Do you know what?
Leave them there, right? And if you're stupid enough to go across a level crossing when the barrier's down, right? Basically, we're thinning out all the stupid people
It's
from
like
the
natural
population.
selection.
Hang on. At least that's sensible. We've got ads, right? That basically, the gist of them is, if you're out in the piss and you come home, don't cook, just order a takeaway because you'll set your house on fire. Because apparently all these guys are.
I used to work with someone who did that.
Okay, in fairness, I know a guy who did that too, but it's literally you're too drunk to. Don't cook drunk. Get someone in. Go abracadabra. Go get it.
Because I'm pretty sure they all set the house on fire the same way, which is I'll just go and have a lie down while the grill's going.
Exactly. But hang on, who hasn't woken up and went downstairs and put a small blackened disc in the oven that was originally like a 14-inch pizza?
I've done it with a lasagna.
I've never done that.
It's
Of course, I don't drink that often.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob does it every night. Sorry.
Excuse me. I'm on a cleanse at the moment. I'm not drinking any beers. I don't know beers. No lemonade or cokes or anything. Pairings for Christmas.
You still owe me some potatoes.
It's true. I do, and I will get them to you. We'll smuggle them over somehow.
You just send it. It's a joke. You'll just send 1 potato.
No, I really will.
I write potato on the side.
DIY potato. DIY pack of. I'll even send you over the potato. Sorry, tato are like potato chips, but they're She's
But they
not
make
a
video
fantastic-
games as well.
And they do.
By
They
the
do.
time you get it, it'll be growing.
Yeah.
And they don't sell that brand in this country. And it's
but they-
one of those horrible things that when I used to work out of Ireland, you always end up getting totally addicted to something, knowing that you'll never be able to eat it again when you leave. But you think, it's not gonna, leave an impression, and it had. And the guy from the mall said Mr. T was never coming back.
Do you know they do Tato chocolate now? It's basically Cadbury's chocolate with small pieces of crisp embedded into it. This is a thing. This is an actual thing.
Disgusting.
It sounds disgusting, but it's fantastic.
You sure it's not like bits of cookie or biscuit?
No, it's a bar of chocolate, and it's Cadbury's chocolate, and they've cooked small pieces of crisp, cheese and onion flavour crisp, into it.
Yes!
Where are they made?
What?
Where are they made? Are they made in Ireland?
They're made in Meath in Ireland. They're actually.
I live very near to Bourneville, which is where the Cadbury's factory is.
I love Bourneville chocolate. I might have some in the fridge, actually.
Well, the
This is what
town
makes me
is
laugh.
Bourneville, but they make all the Cadbury's there,
When I was a nipper, the house I was in was beside two things. It was beside a bakery.
You were Dennis the Menace's second dog.
I'm a nipper. Yeah. When I was a small child. It was bakery, and it was Trebor who make the sweets.
Click that link there, and look what they're selling here in the United States.
Oh my goodness, chocolate flavoured crisps. Chocolate
hang on.
flavoured chips.
Chocolate covered Lay's wavy chips.
Ooh.
Once when I was at an airport abroad, they had in a shop chocolate bananas. How could you manufacture
They
such
look
a
like
thing?
chocolate-covered biscuits, don't they?
I've had
basically.
Marmite flavoured chocolate.
Those
Marmite-flavoured chocolate.
Yeah.
chocolate chips, chocolate flavoured chips, are a passport to an early grave, I would say.
I want chocolate, even though I don't like
Mars bar
chocolate.
in batter.
I would eat this. I want chocolate covered Monster Munch. It's the future.
Chocolate covered Monster Munch.
I tell you what, right? Years ago, you could tell how fast society's decayed, right? Years ago, men, worked out how to harness the power of the atom. How to fly, how to put a man on the moon. And these days, we're putting crisps inside chocolate bars.
There's a link there. I put a link there as well for the Tato.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going
It's a
to
thing. It's an actual thing.
I'm going to put a picture of this up, hopefully, on the stream.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
I
That
like
looks-
buses.
Absolutely disgusting. Everybody's waiting for me to put
Yeah.
it up, aren't
I
they?
was gonna say that, that chocolate looks suspiciously like a double-decker bus.
But not like double-decker chocolate bar.
Oh, that's the best packaging ever. Hello, little Tato man. I forgot what you look like. Look at me getting all excited because I've seen Tato's for the first time in a decade.
Oh my goodness, disgusting.
It should be, but it's lovely. I don't know why.
Right.
Oh really?
Rob, what you've got to do is you've got to buy us all a packet and send it to us. So we can try it out.
I will send them via Dave. I'll send them some to Dave, and
This
Dave
is a
can
good
distribute
idea.
them.
I like the fact that he's
idea,
using me
actually.
to cut down on postage.
Fuck that! Remember, I'm from another country. Like it
Just
cost
put them
me.
into a ship, right, and put a note on it and just push it.
Give these to Dave. Yes.
I'll go and wait on Southport Beach.
The Tato distributor.
The primary Tato distributor of the United Kingdom.
The shipment of Tato
I
coming
don't
in
know why
quick
they
to the
don't sell
docks.
them. Or is it basically they don't sell them because it's like, they know that we'd eat it and they're like, fuck you, England.
Pocky. Oh yeah. I honestly don't know because usually, it's probably they just couldn't find a distributor over here. Walker's probably muscled them out of it. They went, oh, that's a nice factory you got there, Mr. Tato. It'll go on fire very easily. Yeah. Those crisp barons, Walkers, I'm sure you wouldn't do that at all. No.
You're kind of like the inside joke is you took so long, England, to unoccupy us. The joke is you should have taken us with you.
Yeah, it's no crisps for you. No.
No soup for you.
No crisp for you. We're the crisp Nazis. That just sounds right.
Crisp Nazi.
No.
This is how the feed works, right? Every time someone mentions something in here, if it has a memorable quote, I end up quoting it and then automatically talk myself into watching the entire box set after the feed.
Yeah.
What season is the Soup Nazi? I don't know why I'm looking over there. It doesn't say on the side of the box set.
The
This is
Soup
season.
Nazi? Is that like the Soup Dragon from the Tlangers?
Or the Soup Dragons from the Soup Dragons film. No, it's
They're
it's,
remaking
it's,
the Clangers. Did you hear?
No.
Michael Bay's making it. It's from Seinfeld. But apparently
Seventh season.
There is
Seventh season.
Apparently, there's a
Thank you.
real Soup Nazi.
Yeah, it's based on someone.
Yeah.
They talk about it in the
He
box
tried
set.
to sue him. He tried to sue him over it.
And there was no money for you.
Yeah, and all Jerry Seinfeld had to do to raise the
Money for
money.
you!
Yeah, all Jerry Seinfeld had to do to raise the money to, counter Sue back was just sell a couple of cars from his vast 14 warehouses. Imagine, right, if you took Jerry Seinfeld, Jay Leno, right, and combined both their collections of cars, maybe Chris Evans as well, I think you'd have 1/3 the world's classic sports cars.
Yeah.
Doesn't Jay Leno have like 5 warehouses or something?
Yeah, he's got a ridiculous
Something like
collection.
I think he's paid in classic cars these days.
He's so selfish. Why does he need to own more than one E-Type?
Is he like the real-life version of Gran Turismo?
Yes.
Yep.
Only with more chin.
Did you ever see that thing about Chris Evans when he announced on the radio that he'd left his Porsche in France and the keys on top of the wheel? And then somebody heard him on the radio saying it.
And
So
stole it.
They stole it, yeah. Took the ferry over to France and found it in the car park where he parked it. Keys on top of the wheel. Gone.
Wow.
Well, that was very clever of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he thought he was being clever by telling everybody who's listening, because he's on Radio 2, I think it was. And someone nicked it, and his insurance company wouldn't pay because he gave him the keys.
Yeah, well, yeah. Did you ever hear that Jeremy
Duh.
Clarkson in his column in the Sun on a Saturday wrote all the security about over-the-top security
yeah.
about bank details, and he said, "Here are the last 4 digits of my bank account number. If you can get into it, good for you." And it was cool what they did. Someone got into his bank account, and what was it? Withdrew 50 quid and gave it to charity.
And it was in like literally that morning. It was just someone went, "Oh, really?"
I would have just drained his account and just gone to France to get what's his name's car.
Well, in his defence, Clarkson, fair play. He actually said, "All right, you can keep it," but then he probably looked like a
Yeah,
a
exactly.
cold-hearted bastard. Did
Well,
anyone
by the
see
way,
the episode of Top Gear where James May got to drive Chris Evans? He's got one of the rarest Ferraris in the world, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he let him drive it on the road, and he said it was. And he's talked about it in interviews afterwards. He said that people were going, "Oh, you're such a lucky person getting to drive that car." And he said, quite frankly, it's the most enjoyable experience of my life because you look down the road 14 miles ahead and think, should I be worried of someone on that corner? Because obviously, well, I don't know what it is, 5 million or something, and probably even more than that. And he said, yeah, school kids were running by and he was just shitting his pants as their clothes brushed against this rarest car in the world.
I mean, could you take that out and park it? I'd be terrified to leave that parked anywhere. You
I
know?
would never buy a convertible because I'm convinced someone would just throw a fag butt in it if the top was ever done. I never understand why people leave the tops down on their convertibles when they park. You just come back and there'd just be vomit and cat shit in it. Someone put a small child in there they no longer want.
Or a large child.
You come back and it's just people sat on the back seat thinking you're a taxi.
I've often thought, like, in fairness, like someone just needs to cut the canopy open, get in, hot wire, and drive off, you know, or take a shit in it, you know, depending on what they are, you know.
We've come really far with car engineering. We really have. Convertibles aren't as bad as they were in the 70s, but basically, give it 2 years and you still get that gap above the window and below the top of the roof. So you don't even need to cut a hole in the top. Just coat hanger down the inside for the 1-inch gap. Hello, listeners. Car thieving tips by RetroUnlim. Now remember, you can check on top of the wheel, but on older cars that don't have a locking petrol flap, 9 times out of 10, people leave their cars somewhere, they'll put the keys in there. Value theft by Dave. What the hell's Pocky?
Sorry, you forgot
You've
the...
never tried Pocky?
We use Tesco hangers, but there are other ones available. Tesco car hangers for breaking into cars.
Because you're Irish, do you use plastic ones?
Shut up! Pocky is awesome.
I'm surprised that Bob is still here after all these streams where we just take the mick out of him.
It's okay. I'm planning vengeance one day when you least expect it.
When we all sit around eating our potatoes, you go, you fucking idiots, they don't make chocolate with crisps in, and you don't want to know what I put in the chocolate. It's a bit nutty.
Laxative and broken glass.
Oh, this is driving me nuts. Oh,
Oh, that's like that guy that walked
oh dear, what have I started?
That's like that guy what?
Right, there's a guy who walks into a bar.
Oh, God.
Oh no, don't encourage him.
Someone mused him.
It's my fault.
I want chocolate-covered burnt cars just because they look awesome. Look at it. Harry, find. What is it? Is that a Fiesta?
I think it's a Peugeot, but what I like about this picture in the
Oh, it is.
background,
It's pure gold.
there seems to be somebody either taking a whiz or fishing.
Or both.
If you look on the right, yeah, someone's filming a Saab commercial.
If you look at the front, somebody's filming a Ferrari commercial.
Yeah.
That looks like a drug deal about to go wrong there. The two guys
Yeah, it
apart.
looks like a drug deal that's gone wrong. More video games need burnt out cars in. Do you notice that? They finally got around to putting damage in racing games. Where's the burning?
Yes,
That's
I
what I
like.
want from Forza. I want accidents that are so horrific your engine explodes.
I want a joyriding simulator game.
Wasn't there
They
one?
do with Grand Theft Auto.
No,
Yeah,
I
was-
want
I would perchance like a game where I can steal cars and drive around the city,
I want
perhaps.
Grand Theft Auto to have real damage, not this bounce off a cliff, land and you still going business. I want you hit a wall, the car crumples, and I want proper.
Well, like they have in was it
Forza.
Burnout Paradise?
Forza has real damage, and it's lovely.
Does it have real damage?
Yeah?
So if you smack into a wall, you will get crumpled.
Yeah, Forza.
Yeah?
Well, what was the last one I played? It was 4. I'm sure it had real damage. I remember looking at my Bugatti Veyron and thinking, oh, that's not going to buff out.
Yeah,
That's how sad I was. I used that car for everything in that game, but I absolutely possibly could.
Okay, come on. When I played Gran Turismo, the only car I would drive in was a Honda Civic. That was it. I just drive around like some 17-year-old little
Yes.
kind of shav scanger, whatever you want to call them, guy.
Oh.
I mean, little souped up
Yes.
Honda Civic.
That's-
Yeah.
Isn't it the
Bob,
opposite?
listen, Bob.
What?
That Honda Civic in the original, actually in the first 2 Gran Turismos, is possibly the best car in the game, because in the first one you can definitely get about 3/4 of the way through the game with just that one car, which you can afford right at the beginning.
I
It's
know,
a top
such a-
tip for everybody out there.
Isn't that the difference between sort of, United Kingdom and Ireland and North America? Over here, Honda Civics are driven by young people. Over there, Honda Civics are driven by pensioners. Honda has this stigma of being an old man's vehicle, doesn't it? Or it did when I was there.
Not really.
Well, it should.
Not really.
They should also, I was just thinking when I was thinking about the Bugatti Veyron, if someone bought the rights to do this from Universal, and they'd sell millions, just take really nice sports cars and just glue the stuff from Back to the Future on the back, Have the time deal on a Bugatti Veyron, have one on a Ferrari F40, have one on an MGB. Don't think it'd be able to support it. I'd buy one. I'd buy a Bugatti Veyron time machine.
That sounds
I
like
don't
a
think it would look
fantastic
too good with a Saturn, but
idea. I think
it's
actually
like
that,
I struggle to get 88 miles an hour. So.
I think actually that picture that I have up right now is in fact the result of a trip to the future gone wrong.
Yeah. Was it in Family Guy? Wow. In the 50s, everyone's on fire. There wasn't there a rumor that they were going to do, because after they finished the Star Wars trilogy on Family Guy, wasn't there a rumor they were going to either do Indiana Jones or Back to the Future?
Well, they did a Back to the Future episode.
Yeah, but no,
Oh.
an actual Back to the Future movie telling. The Back to the Future episode is brilliant as well. Back to the Future with a pinch of Quantum Leap.
Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll even get that anymore because what was it? As I said, it doesn't end in a season or two, and then it becomes the Flintstones or something.
What?
Oh yes, I heard that as well.
Really?
Seth MacFarlane was going to write a revival of the Flintstones.
Be
Really?
honest, it would probably be very good because I know he gets a lot of flack, but I quite like anything he does anyway.
Yeah.
I still think Family Guy's moderately funny. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's certainly still more relevant than The Simpsons.
True.
I actually haven't watched The Simpsons since the lady that played Edna Krabappel and loads of other things died kind of recently. So,
Did she?
Yeah. Maria Wallace. Is it Maria Wallace or Marsha Wallace? I forget which. But anyway, Marsha. I think.
Marsha, I think.
Didn't they work in a little tribute to Bart wrote on the when he wrote the lines on the blackboard, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's they were basically retiring our character, which it's a bit sad, And she had
Oh.
lots of other voices as well. Like it's one of these things.
Crazy Cat Lady.
She
I don't
did,
know.
and
It'd
Mom
be like
from
season 2 of
Futurama.
Mask then, you know, because if you watch Mask and then watch season 2 of Mask, loads of people's voices changed for no reason whatsoever. So does that mean it's
usually
going to happen?
No, they're basically they're just not going to show her character anywhere. It's like when Lionel
No,
Hutz.
but you said she did other voices as well, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, she did. Well, yeah, so they'll just retire all her characters, I think. You know.
1/3 less Simpsons in The Simpsons.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, the you know, forgetting about the kind of sad circumstances of that, they did. I mean, 80s cartoons, like every season, usually someone would hold it for more money and they'd replace them. It was it happens a hell of a lot. Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters cartoon, that pretty much changed nearly the entire cast at one point.
And also, yeah, did it become Slimer in the real Ghostbusters?
Yeah. That went really shit. Yeah. I thought that was a good, you know, as 80s kids programs go, it was very good.
I like the first season because I've got it. The first season's really, really solid, and you know the animation's pretty good. And there's the guy, you know, the guy who's doing Venkman is the guy who did Garfield, isn't he? And the irony there is
Mario Music, I think.
Yeah, Bill Murray obviously voiced Garfield, so there's kind of that cool link. But he had some genuine sort of adult humour in there. I'm not saying he was telling blue jokes or anything, but
it was Dave.
It was
actually written by Jay. I'm trying to think of the name. The guy who does Babylon 5, and he wrote Spider-Man for a bit. Michael J. Stravinsky or something like that. I can't think of his name, but he's all right, I'm gonna fucking Google it.
What's nickname?
Right. The guy that wrote Babylon, or was behind Babylon 5, and he wrote a load of Spider-Man stuff. And hang on there.
Oh, someone said their nickname was something, and I didn't catch what it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying that was my nickname when I was going through puberty, Slimer.
For some reason, because when you said it when I was talking, I thought you were going to end up saying Garfield.
You were a cat. You
Hey.
had cat-like reactions.
Have you been watching Angry Video Gaming Nerd, his last episode before?
J. Michael Straczynski. Sorry, yeah.
I have not.
No?
No, should I?
Because that reference to the Garfield was one of the things that you mentioned in his last video.
Oh no, I stole that from someone else entirely different from about 2 years ago. I think it was on the special features of the Garfield DVD. Which
do
I
you
actually
have the
kind of,
Garfield DVD?
maybe.
I might purchase that.
Yeah, but all you need to do with the Garfield DVD, right? And someone listed this on the internet because this is, let's be honest, this is why you watch anything with Garfield. You watch it for Garfield because Bill Murray's brilliant in it, even though it's a kids show. It's just you just find the times when it says Garfield, and then you just skip to those bits, and you can watch the entire movie in about 25 minutes, and it's just pure Garfield, and it's absolutely amazing.
Oh, I thought you meant the animated series. Did they ever release a DVD of the animated series? I used to watch that.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, right.
Yeah, all of them.
The 80s, or the one where they had Orson's Farm in it as well.
Yes.
Yep, that's on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on the US version. I don't know if it's on the UK one.
There's
But there are
also
ways of
Farm, the
meeting-
one where Wade the Duck had a self-aware rubber ring around him with a mini Wade the Duck head on it. Because that's not creepy.
That was Inception shit right there.
Yeah.
Never.
I watched the Christmas special on YouTube the other day because obviously, as you know, I'm caning Christmas stuff right now. And there's a really good Garfield Christmas special where they go and stay with
I
Jones.
know. Yes, I know of this episode.
And it's actually quite good.
Yes, it is. I had it on tape.
And also, I tell you what I bought the other day, and I've just finished caning it. Oh, lovely. £35, mind. Why are Doctor Who box sets so expensive? It's not like they give you loads of special features anymore.
Well, there was that special feature where it was released before it was on television. That was nice.
Yeah.
It went out a couple of them went out early. This is before the big massive reveal on the John Hurt as the Doctor. And they went out to some people in the States. I believe in the States anyway. It might have happened in the UK too. So
the bonus feature on the one of the Tom Davis and not Tom Davis, and that's Pete Davis, and Tom Baker Cyberman series is they talk about the first home video cassette available was an episode of Doctor Who, and it cost £135, and in today's money it was something like 900 quid. But they said back then there was a black market in Doctor Who episodes that was caused by North America because ours was shown weekly and loads of our episodes were destroyed, but because they sold loads of them to PBS and stuff like that in the States, they could keep screening it almost on a daily basis. So people who were taping them, and then selling them to English people who were then converting them back to PAL. So by the time they finished, the quality was absolute shit, and then selling them down the pub. And people were talking about all the kids at school used to gang together so they could afford the £35 but a third-generation bootleg of a Doctor Who episode.
Didn't they get some Lost episodes recently? They turned up in a TV studio in Nairobi or something, or Zambia, I forget which. Because apparently, they used to basically just, like, they'd sell them to, when they sold them to other countries, they would actually just send the videotapes over, and then that country would then send that on to somebody else, and it got forgotten about, but there was all these Lost episodes turned up.
Troughton episodes, Patrick Troughton.
Yeah, and that's how they kind of restored a load of Doctor Who's. You could actually still have them, and they were really, really deteriorated quality. They would go and get wherever they could videotapes and spools from other countries, and all completely re-overlaying, I forget the word, just basically spliced them together to bring back the picture quality.
That's
the poorest scientific description ever, but it's on one of the special features. So one restored episode was the combination of about 15 different, video tracks from around the world.
All right, that's interesting.
But I don't know, the funny thing about the bootleg tapes, or the bootleg market, is I don't know if you know this, but if you ever try and convert NTSC into PAL, just from a videotape off a TV, and you're not professional, the colour just goes, woo, it's weird.
Yeah, that was the old thing they used to say, that NTSC was never the same colour. That was what it stood for.
Yeah. I've noticed that. Because when you see footage from the United States, I'm thinking specifically the 80s and the 90s, it seems to, compared to the PAL broadcast, the PAL one seems a bit more washed out for some reason, and the colours on the NTSC are more vivid. That's just a personal observation.
And then what I like about TV, as far as we've come in TV, why can't someone still make a TV show where someone shines a torch around it and you don't get that massive trail? They've never been able to fix that. Why don't they CG it out? There you go, Universal. I've just fixed all your TV problems. Spend a couple of £1 million CGing out the trail of the light, because that was always bad in Doctor Who. I mean, we know Doctor Who is cheap, but there'd be bits with monsters going, and there'd be lights, and then it would just get 4 massive streaks across the screen, and you couldn't even see anyone on the right-hand side of the Doctor at that point. It's
probably to distract you from the fact that, the monster's, wearing a rubber suit, and it's painfully obvious that, like, it's some very out-of-work actor just kind of going, rawr, rawr.
What has happened to my career?
I played Othello.
I'll tell you what I didn't realise, because I bought a Patrick Troughton one a few weeks ago, just because I've never really seen any of his stuff, and it's the Ice Warriors.
Yeah.
Do you remember the really, really tall bloke? My knowledge is terrible. Do you remember the really, really tall bloke with the deep voice in Carry On? In all the Carry On movies. He always played the straight guy. He was actually really famous when he did this, but he was one of the Ice Warriors, and he liked it because no one knew he was in it. And they had to screw them into the fiberglass suits, and they basically said you were screwed if you wanted to go to the bathroom because they literally bolted them in. I tell you what I watched last night on iPlayer, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I think they should do what they did with the X-Men and do a reboot of Doctor Who and set it back in the '60s. I watched, it's called Adventures in Time and Space, and it's a true story of Doctor Who. And I don't know who they got to play William Hartnell, but he looks just like him. They recreated the inside of the TARDIS as it was in the '60s.
That's cool.
It's the guy that played the caretaker out of and I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He played the caretaker in Harry Potter, and I think he plays Walden Frey in Game of Thrones. And I can't think of his name. He's actually been in Doctor Who. He was in the Dinosaurs in a Spaceship one.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, what is that guy's name?
He's really good. I've only seen the first 20 minutes because my wife kicked me off the television.
Well, this was really interesting because I never knew this, but he was working for the BBC at the time. The guy, because everyone goes, Doctor Who, it's English. We've got the longest running TV show in the world, and it's 100% quirky and British. And it was the guy's idea, who created it, was American.
Yeah.
It was because the BBC then was a real old boys network. They had their own bar. They were all walking around. Everyone in these '60s programs. It must have been great working in the '60s. You just smoked in offices.
That was pretty much, yeah.
And the producer was a woman, which was unheard of at the time, and the guy who was directing it was Indian.
Yeah.
And so none of them got taken seriously at all by anyone else in the BBC, and it almost got cancelled twice until the episode with the Daleks, which, when you think about back then, because I can't imagine in the '60s TVs were that popular. I'm pretty sure not every household had one in England in the '60s, and it got 10 million viewers in 1963 or something.
Wow!
Absolutely insane.
Jeez,
and they even recreated the Daleks, so they were on little bikes inside riding. It was fantastic. They released this on DVD. I'm buying it. Yeah. It is funny though that for such a quirky little show that it took off on such a phenomenal sort of global, level, especially back then. But as you said, it probably does come down to the fact that it was a watch that or the news, pick one.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to interrupt here, but I'm going to reread this for those people who didn't drop into the stream earlier. For the new guys here, I'm going to re-announce this special announcement that I have been sent. It's very, very exciting if you've not heard it. Here we go. Next week, there will be a week's break from RetroUnlim Live. However, next Friday at 8:30 p.m. GMT, right here at youtube.com/RetroUnlimLive, we're going to have a very, very special RetroUnlim Live stream on Bedrooms to Billions. It's going to be a Q&A, yes. And this is going to feature directors Anthony and Nicola Caulfield along with various guests. There's going to be exclusive tracks from the movie played, including new work created by Max Hall, Ben Daglish and Rob Hubbard. So, please join us next week as we will be taking questions from the comments direct to the guests present. So there you go.
I'm not. If I got a week off, I'm going to the south of France.
What, to get
Get the
Chris
Porsche.
Evans' car?
The Porsche's gone. Deal with it.
I think you'll find it's pronounced Porsche.
Yes, but seriously, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you all to clear your schedules for next Friday because it's going to be very, very exciting. If you missed the panel at Play Expo,
Did you
then
just
this is
say
your
schedule,
chance.
Mr. Yackham? Did you just say schedule?
Schedule?
I thought you said schedule. So
I might have done.
Shame on you.
Oh, do you have your
I'm
bee in your bonnet about that?
Yeah, I'm a pronunciation Nazi.
Pronunciation Nazi?
Nazi.
Isn't it
Nazi.
pronunciation?
Probably.
Pronunciation.
It's because I'm a Nazi and I stumble over my words because I'm German. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to piss off all of Germany there, but I'm pretty sure they're not watching us anymore.
Well, we've offended
'Cause they're still
everybody else.
yeah, they're still celebrating having beaten us last week in the football.
Oh, please don't repeat that.
Sorry. Let's all wipe our ass with a picture of Roy Hodgson from the Sun. Yeah, Roy Hodgson, if you're watching.
Yes, and you can hear more about that in a another very, very special live stream. Oh no, it's not a live stream, it's a podcast, isn't it? We've already recorded it.
I wasn't, putting a thinly veiled plug in there. I was genuinely insulting Roy Hodgson.
Is that a Cuban bus?
Sorry?
I said,
The
is
Magic
that a
School Bus.
Cuban bus.
That is called
Oh, is
a
that
duck.
I
Yes.
thought it
One of the Boston ones.
Isn't that
They
the
are
one from...
They are ex-military vehicles, and they can ride on land and in water, just like the James Bond cars. But unfortunately now, they're all sinking in the same year. The one in Liverpool sank. I think there's one in London that sank. So this might be the last year for the DUKW.
I may have the TV show wrong, but I thought it was the bus from the Parsons family.
I thought it was the Magic School Bus.
It actually looks like a banana bus, doesn't it?
You've just been
Looks like shit.
buses.
We have them in Dublin. There's a thing called the Viking Splash Tour, and they basically have a load of those, and they're still afloat.
All right. Well, I used to, when I was a student in Liverpool, I used to stand on the Albert Dock and watch these things going into the water, and then struggling to get back out again.
And one day, it just didn't come out.
Yeah, exactly. And there's some footage of that on YouTube if you want to go and look it up. And it's
What are
very,
you staring like this, looking out to sea?
Yes.
Shouldn't you have been in class?
What? There's classes at university? I didn't know this.
Yeah, well, how else will they educate you on how to drink vast amounts of alcohol?
Oh, you can't drink
Safely.
alcohol on the premises. You have to drink them in the pub. Yes, I learnt most of what I know about everything in the pub.
Is that part of the reason you're a yak?
Yes, I transformed into one.
For sheer amounts of foreign alcohol?
Yes.
He learned how to read in the bathroom stalls.
Yeah.
Toilet wall communication.
Sorry, what does that say? Whose mum is a slag?
For a good time call. Who? Wait a minute, that's my number.
I love the fact, right, if you ever do get what I like to call the most horrific experiences ever, and you do have to go to a public bathroom, and on the inside of the door, someone always writes, "This football team is the best," and then someone always crosses it out and puts an arrow next to it and says, "Whoever wrote this is a wanker," and then someone crosses that out and puts another arrow and goes, "This football team is the best," and it just goes on in a massive circle.
Yeah, we see the old traditions are wearing. They're gone now. It's all fucking the YouTube generation. Like someone will say this football team is great, and then someone will just write first underneath it.
So what you're
someone
saying,
you know, yo, check out my video. It's awesome. Please sub.
if you think about it, right, basically the back, it's dying out now, but the back of a public bathroom toilet door was initially the very, very, early beginnings of Facebook.
Yes. Yes,
that with boogers and everything else.
Yeah.
I want to
exactly the same then, isn't it?
Change the background on your Facebook page so it looks like a public toilet door.
Yes, we should all do that. In fact, we should do that. I'm going to do that on my Twitter page. There is a very informative article that I believe it was written about 10 years ago. It's called Toilet Door Communication, yes. And I'm going to look it up now.
It's how you leave messages for people in the future. Like that movie with Dennis Quaid, which name completely escapes me.
Frequency.
Yeah, that's the one. Is that the one where he burns the table with a soldering iron?
Yeah, which is a great film up until the very end, which was shit.
Yeah. Did you think you'd just be sat in the past going, dude, this thing cost a fortune. Stop ruining my fucking dressing table. Dennis Quaid, that is your real name.
Douglas Quaid.
I want a sequel. I know it's not going to happen, but I just, I want a sequel to Inner Space. Get them all back together regardless of how old they are.
There is a picture of the toilet door communication.
Oh, nice.
Put it back up.
That's...
Just trying to see if I can see someone saying someone's mum is a slag. I don't know what's more disturbing, that on the wall, or the fact that the toilet on the left is lower than the one on the right.
And also the fact that it's kind of shit-coloured.
Yeah.
It's like someone just had explosive diarrhea and just went, to hell with it, I'm just going to stand here.
It's a public toilet. What should you do? You just drop your trousers and go wherever. At least that's what they do in my city.
Mm.
That's the way it looks in Walmart.
It's like when you walk into public toilets or supermarket toilets, you always pull your trousers up a little bit.
I have another picture relating to vandalism. There you go.
The baited oil waiting. Oh, that's brilliant.
Does that say dogging?
It says, save our world, and R is spelt Slade-esque, A-R-E. Save our world by doing take drugs.
Is that an early Banksy?
I think that's someone living to their own example there,
I think they were possibly on-set drugs when they wrote it.
I'm on all the drugs right now.
You want to be horrified, check this out.
Yes.
That'll scare the shit out of you.
But enough about what I spent my university days doing. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if I can say this legally.
I can't see your picture. Hang on, I can't see the picture that's going to scare the shit out of me.
Oh, okay, yeah, I just read what that was, and I'm closing that right now.
Oh, there it is.
Oh?
Hang on.
Holy shit!
What's happened?
Look at the video. I'll just put in the link.
Lucky that went in the girls' toilet, eh?
Oh my god.
What are you all watching?
Two girls,
There's a
one
link.
cup.
I don't think I want to see it.
Link right there.
Yeah, it's called Two Girls, One Cup.
I'm not going to click that.
Oh, what was he doing filming in the toilet, though? That's what I want to know.
He's checking for spiders.
Obviously, yeah.
People in the
And he
stream...
scans and then he sits down if it's all safe. If he gets the
People
all
in the
safe.
Recording. Let's see what happens when I stick my wanker through the glory hole.
Yeah.
Oh, hobo spiders.
I am not clicking on that link.
Yeah, don't.
We're all really mature.
Yes, we are.
And it's what keeps us young. There you
I don't
go.
know, I can already see the wrinkles forming in my forehead now.
No, that's because you frown too much when you stare at your monitor of funny videos.
No, it could be.
All of you lay up here and then frown away. Olive Ole. Olive Ole. When did Olive Ole become Olive Ole? That has no relevance to the stream
Ole.
whatsoever. But
When the Mexicans got offended.
yeah. As we talked about last night, when they got officially offended at their country's own World Cup mascot.
What? Huh?
Go and look at the Mexico '86 World Cup mascot.
Oh, that was Pico, or whatever his name, yeah.
It's ever so slightly a little bit racist.
Ever so slightly, yes. Sorry, I was just looking up a picture.
I like when Bob
that.
Googles, he looks all pensive towards the camera. Let me see.
Yes. I think it's time to go to the comments. What say you?
I remember.
They all toilet related now.
No, we only have one more comment, I think.
It's hard to tell. The comments have gone all weird. No, I don't. Not in content. It's as nice as always, but just the fact that they seem to keep disappearing.
Well, actually,
Damn you, Google.
Damn you, Google. You
Self-aware comments.
Right. We also have a request from Mr. RetroUnlim himself. He says, make sure I say hello to the GPODM, i.e., the good people of Dailymotion.
Oh.
Well, Woodland isn't going to like that. Not
Why?
at all.
Does he not like Dailymotion? I just put some of my more, I don't know, videos I would be worried about having on YouTube up there. I see no harm in that. I see no foul.
Could you give us a URL for your brand new channel on Dailymotion?
Isn't it? Ooh, I don't know. Did I? Oh, it's in the video where I talk about. I'll hang on. Later on, I'll put a link to it on my front page or something. The thing is, though, the worrying thing is, these changes apparently haven't happened yet.
Oh.
And they actually kick in December the 3rd or 8th.
Yeah, they changed it to December 3rd.
Yeah, and while apparently they are more geared up with those who are partnered or monetized, there is still one bit that's serious, which I can't quite remember the wording of it, but it's to do with the fact that if you have a video, if you had a video that some countries, it didn't matter, it would say this video is not available in some countries, but there was no sort of harm or foul towards yourself. Well, they're changing something to do with that, so if it becomes unavailable in a certain number of countries, instead of just saying that, it becomes an automatic strike instead. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Well, I've never had a message such as that.
But then someone else said to me, there's something that I haven't got enabled that apparently if you enable in your settings, you get these messages from Google saying, hey, be worried about this. But I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I think you stand on top of a hill with a smoke fire going like that to get messages to Google.
Well, I still do that anyway.
While watching the ships going in and coming out again. Sorry.
Yeah, and the ducks, the DUKWs, going in and out of the Albert Dock.
Yeah, they need to just go ahead and change the name of YouTube to Screw YouTube.
Yep.
Very good.
Pretty much. I hope it is alright. Maybe, like I said, I'm massively paranoid. As I was talking to you last night, Harry, when someone said to me I was massively paranoid, and obviously now I know it. I didn't realise until last night when I was answering the comments on that video. But yeah, maybe I am massively paranoid, or maybe the fact that nothing happened to my channel was I did delete exactly the right number of videos.
Or maybe it was the fact that they've delayed all the measures till December.
That we know
so
now.
We should all worry.
But like you said, it's in their interest to tell everyone this is exactly what you can't have up anymore. So if you get rid of that, then everything else that you've still got that makes you money and us money, good job. Because I don't make money, but they make money off some of my videos because they've slapped adverts on them that I had no control over.
Well, as long as they tell us what to do, that's fine by me. But when they start just going and deleting stuff without warning, without telling us what's the problem, then is when people get tetchy.
Yeah. That's what made me paranoid. That's why I took all my Star Wars ones down, because my brain just went, well, if you can hear anything of the Star Wars music in the background, that's probably a no-no, because obviously Disney own Lucas now, and I'm sure they've got a massive woody for copyright, even though I don't really think that very, very low-level music in the background is copyright infringement if I'm talking over the top, but I don't know.
Oh, we've actually got quite a lot more comments here. They've just all appeared. Okay, I'm going to go through them here. JL76 Gaming says, the best car in Gran Turismo 1 was the Toyota Castrol Supra. Completely incorrect. It was the GTO.
Yes, that was...
Gotta go, guys.
I love that car.
Talk to you later.
See you later, dude.
Oh, thank you very much for joining tonight.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. See you guys.
Cheers, dude.
Bye.
Later,
Send our
dude.
regards to your family.
What was the car in Gran Turismo 2 that had the wing on the top and went so fast, and it was on the rally stage, and because the rally stage was enclosed, you could just hold down accelerate, let go of the pad, and it would just drive around the outside, and you'd still beat everyone.
The Escudo Pikes Peak, the red one?
I think so, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, because I remember reading on the internet, you could sellotape your pad and leave it for the endurance races.
Yeah.
Just go away and have something to eat and come back and it'd be done. Brilliant. And then they brought something in like that, didn't they, for the later editions, where you didn't have to resort to such measures. They brought in the B-Spec mode where you could have they were called, or everybody informally calls them bobs. They're like the Stig, and they drive the car for you, basically. And you just
That's
tell
cool.
him what to do. You
I don't
tell him
think-
when to speed up and slow down.
I don't think I played Gran Turismo past 4, to be honest.
Well, that's one addition that I really like, because if you're lazy like me, you're never going to be able to complete everything, because those endurance races, I don't have 24 hours of my own life to give up on just driving a car around a track on a game.
Well, then they give us a happy medium, which is you can do an enduro race, but I'll tell you what, you don't have to worry about your tyres. I wonder if oh yeah, no, I'm sure people always the video game, people. I'm sure someone did every single one of them. But as you said, what an obscene amount of your life you must have put into those if you did everything in that game.
Right.
Same with Forza though. Forza, I mean, I completed Forza 3 inside and out, and it must have taken me playing it, a lot every week, about 6 months to absolutely anally do everything in that game.
Yeah, it is quite big, because I think on the second one I got about 10% through the game and said, oh, screw this, I'm going back to my real life.
Well, that's what
the
happened.
problem about modern games.
Yeah, that's what happened, unless it's Call of Duty.
Yes.
My problem with Forza 4 was similar. Forza 4, I reckon I did 25% of it, and I loved it, but I was just like, oh, but now all the races have got silly sized. Meh. And then I traded it in.
But once it gets harder with me is when I chicken out, basically. Right, some more comments. We have a few. RetroUnlim says, Garfield and Friends, with that annoying theme tune, Friends are there. You remember that?
Yes. I hadn't. He just reminded me now, it's automatically stuck in my head.
Yeah, it is terribly catchy. But RetroUnlim also says, 2 of the DUKWs sank in the Albert Dock.
Now they're there, forming a natural reef.
Yes. Actually, if you go down there, you can drag one up.
You can stand on the roof of one and make it look like you're standing on water.
Yes. I am a modern day Jesus. Come to me. Look at that idiot there. What is he doing? That Harry Yack. What is that Yack doing there?
I believe he's standing under on top of a submerged bus.
How do you know that? No. Well,
No, I wouldn't know that because I'm assuming that the water's so filthy and polluted that you wouldn't be able to see through it.
RetroUnlim also says, 2 fat bastards, 1 cup. Ah, yes, Chris was supposed to be with us tonight, but unfortunately he's a traitorous swine, and he went on to do the 2 fat bastards stream instead, which is currently running, but I shouldn't have told you that, because now our views are going to tank, because everybody's going to go over to that. So don't...
I think I'll go watch that if that's alright.
No, we're dropping like flies tonight.
As
I don't
if.
know where everybody is. Tonight, nobody's here.
They've run off to public toilets to leave messages on their Facebook group.
Well, how dare they have something better to do on a Friday night?
Selfish wankers.
You guys are making me feel bad because I've got to go here in a few minutes.
Oh, that's okay. We don't mind. I mean, myself and Dave could literally close this thing out for hours, chatting about nonsense.
Yeah. We got degrees in gibberish. Gibberish?
Yeah, exactly. Very apt.
All right, guys, I'm out.
Well,
Have a
thank
lovely
you
night,
very
mate.
much. Thank you.
Bye.
See you later, dude.
Bye.
Goodbye, sir.
Right, and then there were 3. Now we can revert to what we really wanted to do, which is a Strictly Come Dancing format.
Yay. I'm just going to send a quick email to stay here.
I'm just going to quickly go for a whiz, but I will be back.
Oh, okay. I'll fill in then. So, are you still here, Stu?
I'm still here.
Oh, good. Right, so we can chat about something. Oh dear, we're down to 2. Is this the first time we've ever been down to 2 people on the RetroUnlim live stream?
Well, we started with 2, so...
Yeah, I guess so.
As I say, the original live streams we always had 2, and then it went up to 3. Where is Scott tonight?
Oh, he's supposed to be joining around about 10:30, which is the time now, but he's probably being a traitorous swine and watching the 2 fat bastards. The fat bastards. Oh, no! Oh, sorry, Scott, if you're watching this retrospectively, I'm only joking, mate. You can call me a skinny bastard if you like, because I am.
Yeah, because he hasn't met you yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. He's going to give me a punch, though, when he does now, because I've said that. Probably. And I'll hand him some Coke. Tempt him! I'll drink the Coke in front of him. We do have some more comments. RetroUnlim says, Screw Tube. Wingnut427, who's just left, says, No one is watching. Well, I can tell you exclusively, we have 3 viewers. Well, one of them is not me. Actually, we've just dropped down to 2 viewers, so I shouldn't mention that because it's a bad omen. But JL76 Gaming says, Gran Turismo 6 is out 6th of December on PS3, but not the PS4, which is an interesting marketing decision, i.e. possibly shooting themselves in the foot. What do you think about that, Stu?
Well, it's on the 6th of December. When is the PlayStation 4 released?
I'm not sure. I can check that right now.
I think it's this month, but I'm not sure.
PS4 release date, UK.
I was just going to say, Jimbo needs to get here soon because this has become ever so slightly tepid now.
29th of November, apparently. That's according to the Enquirer.
No, I don't think James is on tonight.
Oh, he said he would because he wanted me to drink iron brew, but that's it now. I'm not drinking.
No, he put some message out saying he's got better things to do.
What a
something to do with Xbox One or something.
If you look at the stream, I've come to the conclusion that no one wants to hang out with the English kids.
Oh yes.
No, James has just had his Xbox One delivered, isn't he?
Ah, I'll let him off then.
Oh yes, that's the reason why he's not here, because he's playing on that.
He says that's not the reason, it's just coincidence.
Coincidence?
Coinkydink.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to do this in a video instead. Ha ha ha. Pointless video, but yeah. Do I like Iron Brew? That's my next video.
Yeah, do it. Do you like Iron Brew? What's your thoughts? Comments below.
Yeah, Iron Brew.
What are your thoughts on Iron? I've not had Iron Brew in years.
I think the last time I had it, I have technically drunk it, but I don't know if they changed the recipe like Coke. But the last time I had it would literally have been when I was 5 in a caravan on holiday in Minehead.
Are we going to get copyright for this?
No, we should get fucking free Iron Brew.
What do you mean?
No, not the Iron Brew. The 2 fat bastards.
Oh, actually, I hope not, because if they are real bastards, they could turn around and say, "Hey, you're infringing our copyright."
It's like, as I said before, it's like crossing the streams. You got a stream within a stream. That's just a no-no.
Streamception, yes.
Yeah. Is there any comments on that?
Here is the annoying comment system.
What's this? Newest first.
Yes, you can select that. Top comments on newest.
I don't know why it should just default that. I don't care.
You know what? It's just like Facebook, where you have to change it to newest first on the feed. And it's like, why don't they just do it by default? Why do you care what a top story is? Your opinion of a top story isn't my opinion of a top story.
Yeah. All I care about in my comment section is the ease of responding to them, because I like to respond to them. That's a very loud micro-switch keyboard you have. I have it on good authority that the time machine from Back to the Future would not have worked if it wasn't for micro-switches. It's true.
Which what? What?
I said I have it on very good authority that if it was real, the time machine from Back to the Future would not have worked if it wasn't for micro-switch technology.
Right.
No, seriously, there's an article up on the interweb somewhere. I'm not going to find it because I'm lazy. As well, you know. There you go. We were saying last night, Harry, drinking games you could play on my channel. Every time I say love and adore, or I'm lazy. You'll be bladdered in 10 videos.
Alright then. Anyway. What's the I've not been on one of these in so long. Do we have a format yet? Do we have a agenda?
We kind of do, but it just ends up getting mashed down primarily by me talking bollocks.
Well, yes, because there's so many people on the stream, it generally just runs by itself.
Well, there was only 2 of us last night, and it still got out the window.
Well, yeah. No, actually, I got through 75% of what I had prepared, and I think it was all the better for it.
I got through 2. See if I can find my till receipt to prove to you that I wrote on the back.
Oh, yes. This can be an added extra, can't it, on the, hold on, Dave and Yackham channel.
Yes, look. Hey, and you thought, there you go. See, it was true.
Oh.
And look, there's the bit, right, where I ran out of space and I couldn't read that question because I had to write it sideways.
And
there was the bonus questions on the back. Oh, Bradley.
Best football story. Yeah, Bradley.
Oh, we didn't get onto that. That was your own best football story.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Oh.
No, like when you're at school.
We could do it now.
I kicked the ball so hard once, it hit a kid called George, and this is not making this up for comic relief, it hit a kid called George in the plums so hard, he had to be stretchered off.
Oh, they had stretchers at your school?
Oh, well, more like... technically it was a stretcher, but let's just say our school
It's
was
like
slightly
all the kids'
underfunded.
jumpers.
At
There
our
you go.
school?
Is this going to zoom in? There's Bradley right there to the left of my finger. Can you?
Yes, I think we can just... It's blurred, but we can...
Yeah. Now everyone's draining my bank account.
Well, at our school, they didn't have stretchers. They just had two fat blokes drag you off and then just drop you by the side of the pitch and leave you there to die.
I remember we had a child who wasn't particularly intelligent, shall we say, and it's terrible because he probably could have got really, really hurt, but he didn't, so that's why I can laugh at this story. And you know how seriously took things when you all did shot put or javelin and they trained you for the first time, and you'd all stand in a line, and it was like Roman warriors, fighting. Roman warfare, they go, fire, and you throw your javelin, right? This kid just threw his javelin and then just immediately ran out to get his javelin. I just remember our games teacher just going, no! Stop everyone! And all these people just end up like not letting go of their javelins and end up just shoving them in the floor. And I just remember the look on his face as he picked his javelin up, turned around like that, and just went, "What?" Thunk.
That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? In this javelin thing, eh?
That was on the news a couple of weeks ago. Some kid got a javelin through his shoulder.
Oh, sounds nasty.
Probably the son of this guy.
Yeah.
There was one in the Olympics, wasn't there? Didn't I was going to say referee, but they're not referees. The bloke who measures it or something. Didn't one of them get one through the leg once or something?
Quite possibly. Sounds like it'd be something on Auntie's Bloomers.
I'd botch it. A shot put, that would hurt as well, I'd imagine. No, it would hurt, I'm pretty sure. It's one of those things, it's like very liquid. You don't have to taste it to know exactly what it would taste like. And you don't,
I've tasted it. I've tasted it.
I don't mean like
when you was a kid.
Yeah. And the other one is you wouldn't have to get hit by a shot put to know exactly what it would feel like. And I guess you could say you wouldn't have to get hit by Lennox Lewis to know exactly what it would feel like.
Right, let's do some market research. So you two are gamers. So I don't know if Dave is aware of this, but I plan to open a arcade/cafe.
I am aware of it. I was on the initial feed where you talked about it.
So but I want to get your opinions on.
I believe I poo-pooed it. Sorry, I was
Did
back
you?
last night.
Oh.
No, I think a few of us came to the conclusion that you thought it'd be a good idea because there's nothing else open downtown, but we thought that might possibly be a bad idea.
Oh, right, I see, yeah.
That was right, yeah. But I'd go there. Well, I'd only go there once because I don't live next to you, but I would once for support. I'd be there on opening with a banner.
From a conceptual point of view, I really, really like it. If you think you can follow it through and basically
take a while.
stay
It'll
alive,
take
at least a year.
At least a year. But anyway, so here's some...
We should have a live telethon on RetroUnlim.
Yes, to try and raise money.
What, a Kickstarter?
Yes, a Kickstarter. Let's do it. Shack Stew's Love Shack.
Is that what you finalised the name?
No, I've actually got the name, and I've bought the website as well.
Oh, don't tell it us because someone could steal it.
They can't steal. I've bought it.
Oh, okay. I meant they could steal the name and copyright it.
What is the name?
Right, the name.
Get ready to set it up on YouTube.
Hold on a sec.
What, you mean the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone wants to, it's up to them.
Well, you could display pictures of like retro-themed cakes and stuff, and videos of people playing amusement.
You know what? I'm just going to quickly get the name on YouTube so no one else takes it now. Now you've said that.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Right.
And then
Viewers,
I'll tell you what
if
it
you
is.
can beat him to it, please feel free. Let's make this an interesting challenge.
How do you set up a new channel on YouTube?
You're going to need a phone number.
Huh?
You're going to need a phone number.
You have to sign out first.
Okay.
But then there'll just be two of us.
No, I don't mean from this. I mean from YouTube.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
So do it in a different browser.
Is that the precursor to the Harrier there, Harry?
That seems to be some sort of alien craft, I believe.
I think you'll find it's an early generation of the Harrier. It's a Thunderbird. They're real. I told you they were bloody real.
It's like the top.
Concentrate.
Yeah, it's the top of a mushroom. Right, so Stu, have you registered your new YouTube channel yet?
laugh my ass off if it was gone.
Oh, I bet somebody, as we're speaking, has taken Dave and Yackham YouTube.
Oh yeah, shit.
Swines! Got to go and
Yeah,
do it.
but that's alright because you can set it up as something, but you can still have the title of the channel as something else, and then when you
Yes.
put a banner up at the top, it doesn't really matter, does it?
JL76 Gaming says, Diet Iron Brew, yuck.
Ah, but Jimbo said that it was the better one to try. That's why I tried it, and also I don't drink regular soft drinks. I only drink
Right.
diet. Does that mean there's aspartame in this?
I wonder if it's the
It's
gateway.
really difficult to read because I got 2 lights on and the label's silver.
Oh
Do
no!
not-
Stu has disappeared!
He didn't
dear.
open a new browser, did he?
He didn't. Oh, he
Well,
might
we,
be back.
Well, we may as well use this to start our official first episode of our football theme podcast. Wait, is there aspartame in it? Carbonated water, citric acid in this? I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't mean to insult anyone who loves it, but to me, is it going to taste like rust?
Citric acid is what they've put in lemonade.
Preservative. Oh, it's got preservative to keep my bones strong. And it does.
Google.
What?
It does have aspartame.
Oh, you're back then?
Well, I had a different window open, and I clicked in the top right. It said sign out of YouTube, and then it come up Google all in one account, and then suddenly the stream dropped.
Oh yeah, no, they got It's weird. They linked. I don't know how, but I've got Google Plus, and it's linked to my Lawn Boys Post Google Plus one. But every time I sign in now, because it goes one account for everything, there's like 3 other Google Plus accounts. They're all Lawn Boys Post 1975, and I don't recall setting any of them up. But it means I've done it before, and it's a pain in the ass to fix because you have to have Google Plus now. I've accidentally attached the wrong one to my YouTube channel, if you know what I mean, and then it gets all out of whack, and it's really difficult to reply to comments, and stuff goes everywhere else, and it's like Google's order. You think all in one sounds a way to make something simpler. Just made it horrifically. You just get raped by the complicated police.
Dave.
Yes.
Is that a teddy bear of R2D2?
Yes. I don't know if the batteries are good. and then.
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Is that just his head?
No, it's all of him. I'm a little bit annoyed because you get ripped off on those. They both only have one thing to say, but listen to the macky mouthful you get off Yoda. Well, that's what his missus said. Where is it?
What?
Another one?
There is no try.
Is this copyright?
There is no spoon. Yeah, actually, don't do it. It's copyright. We're gonna
Sounds like a Dalek.
There is no
Have
spoon.
you ever seen the talking Yoda in Toys R Us? It's really impressive, but it's ever so slightly disturbing. And as an adult, if you've watched Poltergeist, you would just look at it as you fall asleep. And if it went off once, you shit your pants because its mouth moves.
Right. Is that the one that Stuart Ashen reviewed? Do you know?
It might be. It was in my Toys R Us video talking, and I took it. Obviously, I took that one down because there was music in the background. That's the thing that annoys me about copyright. It is like echoey, shit, really muted music in the background while you can hear shoppers walk around in boxes clatter and trolleys making noise. Is that really copyright?
Do you know what? I am so against this copyright business because none of it is not justifiable. If I rip a DVD and I upload the DVD, then yes, I have broken copyright. If I rip the MP3 and I upload the MP3, that is copyright. If I play a game and I'm talking over the game while I'm playing it, there is no chance in hell that somebody can take those components and repackage it and sell it as a game.
Yeah, and also it's fucking free advertising.
Yeah, so where is the copyright infringement? I am not selling it, I'm not making money from it, and neither can anyone else.
Yeah, but that would be called common sense.
Yeah.
And Google don't seem to have that. Because, well,
Absolutely.
they had common sense. They would have left
Blows my
YouTube in the format it was when they purchased it.
Yeah. But it absolutely blows my mind that the whole point of the copyright law is so that the person who made it can make money from it still. If nobody is making money and nobody has any possibility of making money from it, how is it copyright?
Well, it's if you go into because after the stream ended last week, and we carried on talking a bit, and Michael showed me through it because I just wanted to do it. I don't want to monetize my channel, but the reason I wanted to be able to place commercials on there was for the simple fact that, because EdT11 told me this, that will automatically flag anything that could quite possibly bite you in the ass, and then you go and delete them all. So you whack an advert on one video somewhere that you know no one's going to watch, and then anything else. Do you know what I mean? I thought I could be wrong. That was my understanding, and I thought, well, that's cool. I'll do it because that way.
What do you mean? Explain a bit more.
If you monetize your video, the automatic algorithms or whatever kick in on a high level or something. I don't know exactly, but basically he said the minute he monetized his channel, the next day he had 40 videos flagged as inappropriate, so he just removed them all. And I thought, well, that would be quite a good way to use it as a safety system, if you know what I mean.
Oh, safety for what though? It's fuck off, YouTube.
Oh no, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie there and spoon with Google or anything. But I don't.
All the effort that you've put into a video, and then it gets taken away because it breaks their rules that they've.
Well, you haven't been on the 2 streams where we were talking about this, or the one where. Do you know how many videos I've deleted?
It's disgusting. That's
80.
all work.
If you look at this from YouTube's point of view, there is no way they're going to be able to employ people to sit there and watch through every single video to check whether it violates fair use / copyright regulations.
No, it's not. It's for them to make money. It's a system where they can now scan to say that one we can put adverts on.
On the
That's
subject
all
of,
it is. It's all about money.
On the subject of copyright, I read something really rather worrying yesterday on the internet. I've just been trying to look it up, but I can't find it, so I'm going to have to try and remember it. But it's this guy who created a series of 8-bit chiptune remixes of, I think it was a Miles Davis album. And he published those. He got the appropriate licenses to do that. He thought everything was fine. However, he was slapped with a lawsuit over the cover that he used, which was a pixelated version, a pixel art version of the actual cover.
Well, I can understand that, though, to some degree. I'm not saying it's right, but...
Well, basically, under fair use, there's nothing wrong with him doing that. It's artistic appropriation. However, because the way the court system works, and he is just some small guy, it would turn out to be a lot more expensive to him to pursue it through the courts. So he settled for $30,000 out of court, even though he was, and pretty much everybody apart from the defense would argue that he is in the right.
Yeah.
But it's very scary.
I don't know, why don't we just all going to end up with chips and fucking tattooed barcodes on our forehead, and we're going to walk into supermarkets and the man from Google is going to go, boop, you're thinking about something that you don't own the right to. Here is a strike. And then after 3 strikes, your
head explodes.
Yeah. But I was never on YouTube when it first started. So, I mean, I joined it in 2009 to look at a few videos, then didn't use it for years, and then when I started making videos, I think it literally, first time I managed to, I can't believe the account was still there, because it's been purchased since. So I just thought I'll just use this account. And so I don't know, it's because, you know, I mean, I've seen various changes. But is it the original? How far back have you had a channel in the sense?
2006.
Even if you didn't put up, was it really the glorious, you know, old school days, and it was just far more intuitive and.
It used to be really nice until you had to. Well, back then you didn't even have. Well, it just seemed more like watching a TV channel because everything was uploaded into a category. So instead of watching people's channels, you just looked through the categories. You see, so you looked up comedy. So that was always the best one. Look up comedy. Yeah,
but I've got to say, in those days, everything was in 240p, and there were only about 10 videos on there. Because that's when I first found YouTube, I thought, what a fantastic, what a video serving website. This is going to be brilliant in 5 years. I think I first found it 6 months from its launch, and I thought, oh, how come I've never seen this before? And I just uploaded everything that I had on my hard drive. It's all copyrighted material. Just a bunch of pictures I'd taken, or video I'd taken on my phone of football matches. And they were rubbish, and I still get comments to this day, what was the point of uploading this? Well, it was uploaded in 2006. There's no point of anything that was uploaded in 2006. People just oh, look at this new thing. I'll upload what I
I
have.
wonder if I can get this on it.
Yes.
The thing is, that each subsequent change, I mean, I started with the layout where you had all your channel boxes down on the bottom right-hand side. Do you remember? And you have the strips down the outside for background. And the one before Cosmic Panda, basically.
Cosmic Panda.
Cosmic Panda came along. That was that's what they called it, the rollout after that. And Cosmic Panda came along, and I was like, because I think the video still looked, shake harder, boy, this is horrible. And then eventually I'm like, no, it's not that bad. And then the current thing came out, and I've actually kind of got used to that. Because I like the fact that you can have a banner, you know. I like the fact that it does make sense that you can use it on all the different sort of tablets, phones, TV, and stuff like that. I kind of got used to that, and I like it. But now it seems to me it's not the changes that they make; it's the problem. It's Google's attitude and what drives the changes that's the fucking problem. I'm so angry. I'm going to have a cool, refreshing sip of Carling.
Carling, that's a good point. I'm going to get a beer. It's Friday night. Hang on.
That was the best impression of Muttley I've ever heard. I just want to say, I don't tell him what, you know, I don't want him to know this when he comes back, but he does do good shelving.
Yes. Did you see the video that I uploaded to the RetroUnlim channel?
Oh, did you do it in? Did you actually do it and like speed it up then?
It only took a couple of hours. It didn't take that long.
Oh, it's a shame that you copyright's so strict because you so put Benny Hill over it.
Yes.
There you go.
A cheap Benny Hill substitute.
I love that stuff. Yeah, it's lovely.
Nice, isn't it?
What's the other one?
Sorry, what's that?
That is a bottle of Desperado.
There's another one, isn't there? It's really a tequila one that's really, really nice, but I can't remember the name. Shit.
Do you like my bottle opener?
Do you like my bottle opener?
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
I think I can beat said bottle opener, Stu.
Really?
Yes, I think I can, but I don't.
Hang on, look. Watch. Yeah.
It poos it out.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Can you see what it is? Can you see what it is?
Is it Doctor Who's?
No, it's a lightsaber.
Oh, is it?
But what's really clever is you've got to have metal to make it work. So this might not work.
It
Right.
didn't.
Hear that?
Where's the light?
Well, obviously lasers don't. They're a bit expensive for home use, aren't they? If you would like to see a real lightsaber, Stu, I can entertain the notion there if you bear with me 1 second.
Oh, he's actually going to get a real lightsaber. Oh wow, this is amazing. Never before seen on British streaming.
He's got them on his.
Me having to put my headphone back on just to show you a lightsaber, but that's the kind of guy I am. Put equal lightsaber for safekeeping over there. You're probably going to see nothing when I do it like this. Hang on.
Sexy biscuits.
Very nice.
Imagine that dumb Jedi testing his lightsaber.
What's up, guys?
Knocks his hand off.
It's Scott the console snob. Hi.
How are you, Scott? We were just demonstrating lightsabers.
Give me 10 minutes to take off this jacket and I'll be on.
Okay.
If it takes you 10 minutes to take off a jacket, how long does it take you to dress in the morning?
Maybe he's bolted in as well.
Yes, he's wearing that's where you saw his neck. He's wearing an Ice Warrior suit.
Tell me, where did you get the lightsaber from?
I got it from, it's Firestock, but there's nothing wrong with the box. You know what Firestock is, don't you? Well, it should be. It's 2, by the way. It's 2 of these, and I've got a bit you screw in the middle to make Darth Mauls.
Yeah.
Because you've seen my intro, right? The one that you didn't like. Yeah. Thing is, when you bolt it together, it's a full-size Darth Maul one. You just bang it into stuff and knock shit off shelves.
I'll tell you why
it was
I didn't like it.
£22.
22.
Yeah, because it was it's old stock that was from a warehouse that caught on fire, and it was in a pound store.
I was in Forbidden Planet, and they got them in there, but they're like 200 quid.
Yeah, but this isn't one of those ones. This is you got the kiddie ones, which I have one of them, but it's behind the dresser over there. It's my pointing stick now. It's behind the dresser over there. And then there's one above this, which is the proper like metal ones that could, if the blade would retract, which obviously it wouldn't. It's a movie quality prop. This is kind of in between. It's kind of not a toy for kids, and it's not really a proper full-scale one. It's kind of like for geeks like us, I guess. There you go. There's your marketing campaign for the lightsaber. It's an in-between lightsaber for geeks like us. No, you were going to tell me what you didn't like about my intro.
Yeah, your video.
I let you in on a little secret. It's as staged as the first one. Even though, actually, no, the first one's more staged. That's all faked clips, whereas the second one is all genuine clips from my channel.
Yeah, I did recognise some of them, yeah. But what the problem with it is not probably the clips themselves, only because I've got used to the other clips, and these ones were obviously new clips, so I wasn't used to them.
It really hurts when you tell me this.
No, this is positive criticism.
But I'm not going to change it, because I really like it, and isn't that what's important?
No, this is constructive criticism. And what I didn't like was the editing.
Yeah, but that's because I don't have any editing software.
What I found was you had the gap at the beginning. Uh-oh, careful, Harry.
No!
The gap at the beginning. God, that's doing my eyes in. That is.
Don't look at that. I can see the flashing on your screen. Sorry, I'll turn the top.
It's like epilepsy. What the hell?
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, yes, very, very nice. But this is the kiss slap kiss now. It was very nice. However,
you know I'm not changing it.
The clips, they were probably too long because you have a massive gap at the beginning and a massive gap at the end, and it just feels like you're waiting forever for you to tap the camera, and it just seems that like there's too big a gap after the song. It's just silence, dead space.
But do you know, I edited it. I pretty much just put the song in, and then I edited the clips to the length of the track, and that's how I got the tappy bit to catch back up with it. So it's not actually from a perspective of length in the way it's laid out. This is you can tell I'm not an editor. I can't even talk editing. That different to the original. Plus, also, I'm not an editor. I don't profess to be. You're an IT bloke. You can probably edit it amazing stuff. I'm very cheap and hands-on.
I can't edit anything. But Harry,
I can edit.
Amazing editor.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
I'm just an average editor.
What you should do is you should send all the clips to Harry, see if he can, splice it up a bit better.
I do charge for my services these days,
some of them are on the pile of deleted list, though, aren't they? Because of like that great. I got it. It's on Dailymotion, but I think it knocked it down to 360 from 420.
What would you like editing, sir?
I don't want to. I like my intro. Have we not learned anything about how cheap my channel is, though? I have to say, I mean, even if I had loads and loads of money, could afford all the best software, and could be bothered to learn it, and I don't just say this to cover up the fact that it's cheap and be one of those people which go, because if people are super polished, there's nothing wrong with that. I like super polished channels, I really do. But I am very proud to be hands-on, cheap Captain Workaround. As we were talking about last night, Harry, like Chase HQ. I don't know if you've seen my Chase HQ video, mate, but even I was incredibly surprised at how well Spectrum games come out on just filming the telly.
Very well indeed, actually. Surprisingly, yes.
This is how we got the copyright strike last time.
What? What are you talking about, sir?
Does put a capture card in?
It's okay. This is not a Konami game.
What did you get a strike for? Was it Scott playing Castlevania?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't a strike, it was a notice, copyright notice. Konami have flagged this as their copyright material, do you accept? Which I think then allows them to put adverts on the video or something.
So should I not play the game? So
what you're saying is then I was right to delete my Metal Gear Solid video.
Well, anything Konami related, yeah.
Oh, they're going to put an advert on my Best of Sexy Biscuits quite simply because even though I edited it down and you can't hear the music much, and it's just a title screen because of Daz's oh yeah, Sexy Biscuits leaning in front of a screen with Metal Gear on. Wow, that's brilliant, isn't it? That means a video of clips of other people's channels on my channel. It's going to have an advert by Konami on it.
No, I can't. This is the other point I was making, that if I do like that video, it had 20 games in that 4 hours, and of which
no one cared, just that one.
So what I'm getting at is, does that mean that the 20 different games companies can all claim equal copyright?
That's a good point, because according to the current regulations, only one can. So whoever does it first, it's first come, first serve.
Stick their hands in the pie then, basically.
Yes. Right, that's why Konami are clever.
Right.
Does that mean they can contest each other, though, and then it gets to the point where you're just told to take the video down because one game's company has got rights to it where they have equal sharing rights but didn't get there first. So therefore, at that point, that video just becomes a point of contention, and Google will just go, "Take it down. We do not want this."
Right, I've just thought of a workaround then. Are you ready for this?
What? Put a piece of tape on the screen when the Konami logo comes up.
No. Much better than that. We can upload any copyrighted material we want, anything at all. All we do is we inform each other before we're about to upload it, and then the other person claims copyright over that video, and then that will stop anyone else claiming copyright over it. Job done.
Yes, but that would be a false copyright claim then.
No. Put something in there that you do have copyright for.
I've got a much simpler way to combat Konami than that. What we all do is, right, we all go to school, study really hard, get all the various degrees needed, get a job at Konami, work really hard over a period of, say, 10 years, rise to the top, become the CEO, and then say we don't have a problem with it. Simple.
Brilliant idea. In this game, you can't fall down the holes.
But then if it's first come, first served, I'm going to beat you all to the top, and then I'm going to slap adverts over all your channels.
If you can't fall down the holes, then why are they there?
You can in Turtles, can't you?
Aesthetic reasons. In the first game, you can, in the first Streets of Rage. But they're not really holes, they're just chasms.
You know what it is? It's like that, I forget the comic, it was by DC. They're not actually manhole covers, they're time portals, but since you can only travel in one direction, it's everyone from the future going back to the past, and therefore you can't fall through the other way.
That's absolutely...
That's why his fist goes on fire. He's punching at 88 miles an hour.
Oh, you stupid muppet. You're going to die.
This is 1, isn't it?
This is 2.
I
don't believe I'm going to die here.
I still think 1's the best, to be honest.
Why don't you pick up the bar?
Waste of time, just use the overpowered super punch thing.
Harry doesn't...
punch backwards.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I was going to say, Harry doesn't pick up the bar, Harry raises the bar.
Hey!
I've just got this image somewhere now of Scott there, just tripping around trying to get his jacket off.
What I wanted to do, actually, was a full playthrough on this edition. But because I was lazy, I couldn't be bothered setting up for it. A playthrough of a game, I don't know what. Just as a gimmick for the episode. And I think we should still do that.
It's just a shame we couldn't somehow all play the same game at the same time.
Yes, that would be interesting. I have seen videos on YouTube of races, although mostly those aren't conducted live. Those are...
Ed T11 did it, didn't he, with Ryan right now? And he wanted to do one with me. I'll have to ask him how he did it, but the way North America internet, obviously, where he was, it's in a different state from Ryan. They're not that far away, I guess, from my country to his. They could play online old school games. I don't know how he did it, but he couldn't do it with me because doing it over the Atlantic the lag was too much. But he found a way to play games online. So,
yeah, there's a way of doing it.
Yeah, because you know what would be brilliant? Because it's 4-player. We all play Gauntlet on MAME.
Well, I say the way you do it is just use an emulator that has network.
SNES OT, I think it's called.
Yeah, and then you just do a LAN share, something like go to my PC or something where you can do LAN sharing.
Do we have any comments, by the way? There's a reason I ask.
I'm playing the game. Someone else is going to have to check.
I don't know how to, but I was just going to say, if anyone is still out there, do you like my new intro?
We have one viewer.
How do you check the comments? Is it the toolbox?
Is it Darren again?
I'm still doing it the old-fashioned way, personally. Darren.
That's funny. It's funny, mate, because when we did myself and Harry were doing that thing last night, because he did it on a channel that no one knows about, so it was technically going out live, but then it's going to be edited and then re-uploaded again. One person knew of the channel, and we were trying to scratch our heads and find out who it was, and then we found out because he was leaving comments. So one person watched us butcher it because it'll probably, it'll make a lot more sense when it's edited, and it was Darren Warshaw.
It was Darren, yes, because he's the only subscriber to that channel, because he said it in one of his videos.
Yeah, and so riveted by our talk was he that he was learning Beatles, and he was learning Beatles songs.
Oh yes. Oh, you got to be careful about playing Beatles songs on streams.
That's what it was. Just someone out there in internet land thinking about covering a Beatles song, even though they were watching someone else's stream, was probably enough to trigger copyright in Google's book.
Right then, I've actually found comments.
Oh, hey.
I think. I'm not sure how if this is. If
Comments
this is
or
correct.
insults from Google.
Right. RetroUnlim has put Chewbacca. Haha.
Don't eat the turkey. Hello, Scott Bailey.
Why can't you eat the turkey?
Hello.
Want to
What,
eat it
because
yet?
it's raining.
I want to save it for a rainy day.
This thing on, hello.
Hello, Scott.
Oh,
How are you doing this evening, sir?
Good. I wasn't going to come on today. I fucking got a stinking cold, but I thought I'd buy some honey Jack Daniels.
Jack
I was like,
Daniels.
Fuck it, I'm going to drink the fucker away.
pink. Well, it's got honey in it. Good for a cold.
Did
Well,
you just say, is that Jack Daniels you're drinking?
Yes.
Real men drink it from the bottle.
He
I was
likes
gonna
it.
say, you
He
just
likes
drink
it.
Straight. What the fuck?
Jack Daniels, he likes
Oh,
it.
what the fuck
Not
do you
a
drink
lot.
then, Stewie? You drinking fucking Baby Shower or something?
He's actually drinking a very
Is
nice
that
tasty
Humping
delicious beer.
Satins?
Desperado.
Yeah, but Desperado, that's not got proper tequila in.
Doesn't matter. It
Thanks to our
tastes
fucking
fantastic.
UK laws.
I only bought it for the beer.
I know, it's
No,
sucks
what I
really.
mean is you're drinking Jack Daniels straight. You're not mixing it.
Yeah, I'll do it Max Payne style.
Oh, that's why I look hands on. Real men drink from the bottle.
You're not going to turn into a
Ooh,
woodman,
very
are you?
cheeky.
Very cheeky. I believe it was a nice fruity vintage.
I say, it's not going to be woodland by the end of the night.
Nah. I've got something to mix it with. I'm just a couple of tots there straight.
Ooh, it burns. You know you're supposed to let the vapor out when you drink it straight, and it doesn't burn as much. You
Doesn't
exhale.
matter, it's still burning.
No, it will, because, you know. But in the minute you drink it, you exhale.
I'm hearing that James may be along soon.
Oh, see, now I've started on the beer. I
Hey.
can't drink soft drink after beer.
Well, JL76 Gaming says Diet Iron Brew Yuck.
I will put that
I
question
believe-
to him when he arrives.
Oh yeah, so how did that experiment go then,
Oh no!
Dave?
It's still here because we're waiting for James, and he might be along now. But the problem is, this has been out of the fridge for a while.
Lukewarm diet iron brew. Mmm.
I'll tell you what I could do.
quality.
They're
Bikers,
doing it in
bikers.
the pound shop at the moment,
Bikers.
4 for a pound.
Real
Those
iron.
little bottles, 4 for a pound at the pound shop.
Just like White Lion bars. Yes.
What? White lion bars? Is that like white dog poo? Sorry.
Oh, well, yeah, they taste the same.
You only see one every 14 years.
I don't know if it's me, but later in life, white chocolate just doesn't taste of anything anymore. I used to really love it as a kid, but now it's just like.
I used to love gold bars. Was it gold bars that was the?
Oh,
Yeah.
Still eat
Oh,
them now.
fantastic.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as white chocolate technically, isn't there? Or
No,
I don't think so.
it's cocoa butter, isn't it?
It's just fucking sugar put on top of sugar.
Yes.
but no. Anyway, what is the brand of the pound shop that has 4 bottles for £1?
Iron Brew.
All of them.
No, the brand of the pound shop, because then they might be in my neck of the woods. Because obviously.
Oh, right. It's, I think it's just called Poundland. Something like that.
Oh yeah, we have pound round.
Appropriate music for this. Ah, no.
No, I'm
Exploding
just getting into the role.
No, I was just asking, mate, because obviously if it's in Poundland and we have Poundland, then we'll probably have the same, promotion
Yeah.
here.
4
But then
for a pound.
that's
God,
all dependent
it's
upon I
4.
actually like the stuff that I'll buy.
Oh, my goodness. Blasted
Sorry,
bikers.
before I get anyone else a copyright fucking claim, I'll stop it. I don't know why, because fucking that Ghouls and Ghosts, I have a full-blown review of that, so I don't know why Konami flagged that and didn't flag my video. It doesn't make sense.
No, I think it was Castlevania.
Castlevania?
I don't
I've
know.
been playing-
Which is the Konami one?
Well, yeah, because Ghouls and Ghosts is by Capcom.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Ooh, derp.
Oh,
Yeah.
he threw me in
But
the
then
van.
Capcom are getting a bit,
Yeah, but-
when it comes to Resident Evil, are getting a little bit tits frisky, aren't they, with copyright?
Well, Capcom shut my Remember Me video down because I had a bit of test footage on a vlog, because I couldn't do a review of it.
Well, then
And
you
they
think
shut that
Capcom
down, so I was like, nope, not doing that then.
You would think Capcom would play
Yep.
nice, because they only have £150 million left in the bank.
Oh, not this again.
Well, let's be honest with you, they ain't
Come on then,
exactly doing-
Ryu.
I think the only thing
Would be.
that's come this year from Capcom, the only 2 games that come out that had some sort of decent reviews and decent games in general, was Resident Evil Revelations, which already came out on the 3DS, and Remember Me, but that was done by another studio. They only published it.
Remember me.
It's funny you say that, because this was something I was talking to you last night. Yackum before I got rudely called at 20 to 12 at night. I didn't. It was someone from my job. But when do you say no to a donation?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Because
Maybe
this person's genuine, and I've said to them, and I want to send them a little something back, and I'm stunned and amazed that they offered me this, and
I've never had a donation. So
is this the first donation that you've had?
No, I got donated a Model 1 Genesis and a whole bunch of Genesis games 2 weeks into having a channel that someone sent to me from America.
Well, what is the coolest thing that you've been donated, would you say? By the kind people of YouTube.
FIFA 97.
I'll show you right now.
I concur, good sir.
I had someone that basically took my whole channel and made a website of it without my permission, so I don't know if that's a gift or not. But yeah, I didn't take it very well. So,
yes, you told the story about that, didn't you, on one of the podcasts?
Don't get me wrong, right? The Genesis was a pretty sweet thing, but this is probably the best one. This is not a donation, but it's a present, but I guess you could say they're the same thing.
That's nice.
It's
JL76, go on.
Doug McKenzie action figure.
That's cool.
That's from Padamus. But no, someone wants to send me a 3DS.
3DS?
Oh,
not bad.
But if they are watching this, this is genuine. I'm kind of in that little angel, little demon moment, which is I want it, but I just feel.
Yeah, someone's sending me a PS Vita, but I've still got to wait for my fucking £100 to clear.
I'm just like I
Thanks,
feel.
Monkey Spaz.
Yeah, I feel like I can't. Don't get me wrong, I want it, and they're a wonderful person. But at the same time, part of my brain just goes, I can't take that, can I? That would just be. I don't know. They want to give it to you, but. No, I know, but that's just me. I'm going to have it, but I also feel like not that they expect it, but I feel like I should give them something, just almost like a gift exchange, because I just tripped over my tongue over all of that. I can't. It's just I have a code of conduct, and like I said, they're wonderful for offering it to me, but at the same time, it's kind of like, dude, that's a lot.
Right. Well, apparently your intro is fine, according to JL76 Gaming.
Does it ask him? Ask him. I'll ask you because you're watching this, and it's not like he's texting you. do you like the scrappy pacing of my clips?
He likes sexy biscuits. He says.
It needs more explosions.
Sexy biscuits. I'm building my cache back up before I do another. Start banging sexy biscuits. Oh, that sounds terrible. I said I'm doing my cache back up before I start banging sexy biscuits.
I just think the only problem I find of it is the gap at the beginning when you do your sexy biscuit, and the gap at the end when you tap.
Yeah, but I'll tell you why. Now this is why I see what you mean now, because that is an addition that was added on after a couple of months after the intro was created. That 3D06 biscuit.
Well, it just reminds me of like when you tap on the camera. It's like when you tap on a microphone to make sure it's working. That's the only thing I see. It doesn't bother me.
I nicked it from. Well, I didn't directly nick it. Oh, am I going to get no? Because the Orion production company's dead now. Ah, fuck you, Orion. Sorry. I didn't nick it entirely, but the idea for that, I don't know. I think it's because I watched RoboCop the night before, and you know the bit when they.
Oh yeah, is he on? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's kind of from that, with a little bit of
yeah,
a little bit of talking.
That's what happens when you don't practice, kids.
But yeah, no, that makes sense actually, Stuart, because that was. If you go back to the video, although you did say in the original video you didn't like it, but if you go back to the original video, there is no sexy biscuits on the front.
I like the original one. That's what I was saying.
No, the original new one is what I'm saying.
Oh right.
Yeah, the bit which you didn't like either, but what I'm saying is your problem with it is the sexy biscuits. It's an addition. It wasn't there in the first place.
It's the speeders at the end when you're going through the forest, and it's just like it's silence. And then you go to the tapping bit. Watch one of your own videos.
God, you don't know how to pick holes in your shit, don't you, Steve? Jesus.
It's just like there's a delay of while you're speeding through the forest, and it's like there's no sound.
I'll let you in a little secret. I wasn't on those bikes.
And he wasn't dodging shurikens or anything like that either.
I take all your point, your valid criticism, but the bottom line is. That, believe it or not, that thing took me about 5 hours to make.
Do you ever watch your own stuff?
All the time when I'm covered in lotion.
So, have you noticed it then that there's a gap during the
No,
bite?
because it sounds really stupid. Because I love the song, and that's all I can actually kind of see when I know people go, but how can you love the song? Because lots of people are getting really irritated with it.
Oh, I think the song's great.
I like
I
the
had one.
It's
I
catchy.
love the song,
Is
and
that-
that's all I hear.
Is that
Sometimes-
free bar? Is that free bar like pop punk stuff, like like current Green Day sort of stuff, which is catchy? It gets in your fucking head.
Would you like me to write you one right now, Stu?
No, I've got one.
Stu, RetroUnlim 1979.
Hang on. I've actually got a song.
Go to your room.
Picking apart people's poor editing skills.
Keeping a database of all his games.
Listen.
But
I've
instead
got
of
a
tapping
song.
on the screen right at the end, it could just go, but he does do good shelving.
Yes. And you can
Tap on the
use
screen.
footage from that.
Right.
But
I
not
don't
that.
know. Listen, guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. but I'm gonna
Copyright
try.
strike! Copyright strike!
No, that's the thing.
I thought he was going to squeeze one off on his mastermind.
I own, listen. I own the rights for this one, so this I can use. But
But the thing is, you may own the rights, but I still know people who've got screwed for stuff they own the rights to, believe it or not. That's why I was worried about my own song when the changes rolled out.
really?
No. That would never happen.
What would?
It's like, all right, what about even though his channel's defunct, but I'm not deleting the video because it was the things he said were nice and it would be rude of me to do so. But Classic Gaming Webcast, he sent me a legal form. It's in digital form, giving me full permission to use all the said clips, even though it's in a video he made for me mentioning me talking about me. And so he said I give full rights to. I'm not going to say my surname, but it doesn't matter because it's on Facebook anyway, so never mind.
Dave
But,
LBP.
I give full rights to Dave LBP to use all the stuff in this clip, including everything I've played or filmed, blah 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 blah. But then at the same time, because that is music that I don't own, should I
That's
be
why
worried?
I shied away from using the LA Noir theme for most of my videos.
Yeah, but this is stuff he's given me full permission to. I'm assuming that
mine wasn't.
Rockstar probably didn't give you full permission to use LA Noir, the game with the freaky face technology.
I fucking love that game. I think I'm due for my yearly playthrough of
It
that.
tanked, didn't it? I loved it. I completed it.
It didn't do as, but it was one of those games that were designed not to do well. It's one of those games
It was
that
too innovative and ahead of its time.
Well, no, it's like a classic point-and-click adventure, and quite a lot of people went in thinking, "Oh, it's GTA," and it's not.
I have another theory, Scott. I
What?
think the face, the technology they used in the face, because obviously it wasn't cutscenes. It was so good, just freaked people out a little bit.
Yeah, I think what's that fucking thing they call it? Uncanny Valley. I think some people had some problems with that, but I didn't. I
it
thought
take
it was really
one of
cool.
the divisions of Rockstar with it as well, or something?
No, it was a Bondi Games or something like that, some Australian outfit which did the development, but Rockstar published it. But then they took on the rights for the PC port.
What are you mixing with?
A bit of sugar-free lemonade because, sugar. It's not too bad, actually. I was quite surprised by that.
Well, you know what? Mixing whiskey with lemonade is actually quite a nice drink, to be honest. I think it's called a whiskey shandy.
Like with fucking people, I have a Jack and Coke. It's like, no, you're ruining it. What are you doing?
I don't know. I think Jack was ruined before you put it in your mouth, but that's just me. I'm more of a Glenlivet man.
Yeah, but I ain't got the fucking money to buy a bottle of Glenfiddich.
I get one once a year towards Christmas.
Is it any
It's
good?
lovely stuff. Yes, fantastic. But the thing is, you got to go. I know it's cliche, and it's not like I'm a snob or anything with drinks because I'm not. I'm in Crest Alive. I'm drinking Carlin. But if you want a decent whiskey, you have to basically spend about 30 quid.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm not saying that's an amazing one, but and generally get anything above sort of. Well, you want to try and go for about sort of.
Oh, you swine.
15 years. I don't know. Although I did once, out of curiosity, try. Then they don't even make it anymore. Smart Price whiskey. Just out of curiosity, I bought a bottle.
God.
Because the thing is, right, and they don't make this anymore either. Smart Price gin is really nice because it's really really sharp, and so when you put tonic with it, it was just I like a sharp gin and tonic, if you know what I mean. And yeah, gin's gin, but whiskey, I was like, I'm going to try Smart Price whiskey out of curiosity, and holy shit! I mean, I think we know it was going to be like that. It was like drinking fucking paint stripper. My insides hurt for 14 years after that.
We've got some comments.
I've been told off for playing the game, so I have to stop. I was going to do a full playthrough, but I've been told off.
We've got some comments. I'll read them, yeah?
Yeah.
Got 'em up.
In your Sean Connery impression.
I can't do Sean Connery. I can't even do my own voice.
Did you Kermit the
So,
Frog then?
JL76 Gaming
Just
says, I'm not an editing snob. I am a crappy editor myself.
I never said he was an editing snob. I called you an editing snob.
Yeah, but he says, I'm a crappy editor myself, so therefore he's calling you a crappy editor. So yeah, the editing is fine in my review.
Yay!
You should...
If you want to see my magnum opus, you want to watch my Greatest Hits Volume 1, which I was doing Scott
That
versus.
just sounded like one big piece of pillow talk right there.
It's basically 15 minutes of me saying fuck, and it's only like 10 videos I edited down. It was like 15 minutes of me swearing. God, I need to sort my life out.
Yeah, so when you say 15 minutes of you swearing, so basically it was sort of 1/5 of one of these live streams, really.
Yeah. Right, it says you should get explosions like Scott, though.
Charge.
Explosions.
Okay.
A speeder bike explodes, does that count?
And then...
There was, I have a proof of concept intro where I have dinosaurs, helicopters, and all this.
He said concept.
Proof of concept.
Yes, he did.
Concept.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is Scott's pillow talk in his sexy boudoir.
And yeah, so I was like, I haven't tried it out yet, but it just fucking sends my editing software through the damn roof when I put it on, because all this like extra green screen shit and all these dinosaurs flying around, helicopters, explosions. It's like, yeah, I think that's a little too much.
It's funny because I talked
Michael paid the shit out of that one.
I talked to Yackum about this last night. That's officially your new name, by the way. I talked to Yackum about this last night, and granted, I use Windows Movie Maker, and I don't know if it's corrupt or something because I have reinstalled it. It still does this. If I start doing an absolutely ridiculous amount of edits or cuts in it, you know, all of a sudden the clip goes blank, and you get a little yellow question mark on it.
Oh, yeah. When I first started...
I find it's to do with the fact that if you go mental with the number of edits you do, it can't handle it. So I've actually, when I got to do big videos with loads of edits, I'll edit at 1/3 of the video and then process that.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah, and do it in chunks, but it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I used to use Windows Movie Editor when I started YouTube back in 2009.
Good, you know, for a freebie that comes with your system as standard, it's pretty good.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think they've updated it in a long time either as well, so that doesn't help. But yeah, I used that when I first started playing, making videos on YouTube, and I wasn't really doing that much editing anyway. I was just using it as a rendering farm, just to render my videos down, so you know, easier to upload. But now
Sexy biscuits.
I finally, in the end, I broke down and coughed up. I paid way too much.
What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I paid for Sony Vegas Pro, which cost me nearly 300 quid.
Oh, yeah, you said about this.
This is odd. We had a comment from Smooth MJ for Dave to say, hi, I'm just saying hello before I go watch the Two Fat Bastards, and then it's disappeared.
That's maybe he realised that he shouldn't plug someone else's live stream in us.
Well, that's Google for you. It's always screwy.
Yeah.
No, go back to the start of that video, right? And make it go on the screen, Mr. Yackum, and then I'll tell Stuart where it actually starts from, if that makes sense.
Okay. Can you see that?
Starts there.
Sexy biscuits.
You see what I mean? The
And then
3-0
at
bit.
the end, you're flying through the forest, and it's just silence.
But that's because it's the wind down of the song, and in my original video it goes quiet as well at the end.
Yeah, but not that quiet. This is like
Fuck's
proper like.
sake.
I'd like to think that one of my videos comes on, right? He takes out his glasses, he puts them on, and he leans towards the screen. He's got his notepad there.
No.
I've got a desktop.
All right. Apart from the pacing, it's adequate, surely.
Well, it's better than my intro.
Well, I think you should do a QuickTime intro, and Yackum can help you out with this. Hey, Harry, if you don't like me calling you Yackum, please tell me to fuck off.
I love it.
Right.
Makes me laugh every time.
Listen to this. I'm going to play my song now.
Oh, you've got a song?
But tell me if you can hear it though, because I'm going to turn my speakers up, so it's going to be quite loud, which may pick up what you're saying. Okay. So here goes the volume going up. Right. So my speakers are very loud now. So hopefully you'll hear this.
Get on with it.
Let's do stew.
Sounds like a tune that Dizzy would jacking it to.
It sounds like the national anthem of retro games.
I really don't like that because it's using 8-bit style, and 8-bit style is so boring. It's
Scott,
you fucking like it now.
Scott just turned into a thesp.
Yeah, see how you fucking like it now.
Could you actually hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should make it. It should go up at the end, right? Because if it goes up at the end and it goes,
I didn't-
and he
I
builds
didn't
good
write-
shelves too.
Yeah, I didn't write it, but I got it from.
Typical DJ, always playing someone else's records.
Oh,
Zevo's done. Zevo did
I
an
got it
8-bit
from,
version of my song, actually.
I got it from Fiverr.com. So I paid $5 for someone to make that for me.
That's not worth $5.
I was just going to say,
I stole mine from a very obscure Sega CD game.
Well, no, that one it's completely original. That's the thing. It's completely original and copyright free. Apart from me, you know. it's
Adam
my-
from the Adam and Des show wrote mine. Adam, if you are watching this, which I sincerely doubt, but please come back. We miss your quirky humour and good songs.
Has anybody got any suggestions for the tune we should use for our podcast, our football podcast that myself and Dave are going to do?
Oh, it should be us humming Match of the Day, but then we probably get done for that.
Copyright.
Saying that, Dave, I had a weird dream a few days ago. I've been
Oh,
thinking
please don't say I was
about.
in it.
I've been thinking about topping the Sexy Biscuit videos, and I've been editing something. I'm not going to fucking admit it now, but I have been talking to a death metal band of doing a death metal mix of your song.
You know what? You wouldn't be the first. Actually, it wasn't death metal, but it was in the vein of death metal. Does anyone know who Torzalan is?
Yeah.
He's covered my song. Oh my god, that means there's 5 people who've covered my song. He's done it. Zevo's done it twice. One of Zevo's is with a ukulele.
We should
Yeah, I
do
remember that as well.
an a cappella version of it now, then 6 people would have covered it. Or we
Because
could
if
do
I,
a
if I
string.
sing, I will break things.
No,
We
if
can do a
had-
barbershop quartet.
In my wildest sort of dreams, if we had an intro for this live stream, we'd have like a rip off of like the Avengers sort of trailer with all of us in it.
No, it should be like a dodgy 70s show, right? Where everyone does a little bit, then
Oh,
right at the end,
yeah.
someone leans in at the end and goes, and me!
Harry, that's Scotch Pie, is it?
Yes, I believe so.
It looks raw.
That's because
Looks
when they
like
take
shit.
pictures of food, they usually take them when they're raw because they look better than they do when they're cooked. Seriously.
Well, that's what they look like in Wigan.
What,
That's what
raw?
all
The,
pies look like in Wigan.
the meat's
funny.
red.
It was like that when I bought it.
It's funny though, when we were doing the football thing last night, it took me all the way to 10 minutes before the end to work out the relevance of why he had a pie.
Right, Steve. Steve. There you go.
Dave.
It's
Dave.
because
Dave.
he's sending messages saying, "Where's my
Dave.
Coleco?" Here it
Dave.
is.
Dave.
Yeah, what?
Dave.
Sorry.
Dave.
Yeah. Where's this crap I vision? Oh, there it is. Man, that
So,
thing.
What
That
should I
thing
pay
is-
for a ColecoVision?
They're about 70 quid.
They're
It's
just
getting a bit
not
pricey.
attractive, are they? Out of all the consoles that you can think of, they just don't look that great.
Even though I can still play 2600
Well,
games,
you can
and
play-
I want an original heavy sixer.
You can play ET with it because look, you can phone home.
Yeah, and that joystick's just pure ass.
Hey, do you know what? This would be great for Grand Theft Auto, wouldn't it?
Basically, do you think that's where Atari got the idea for the Jaguar pad?
Oh, maybe. Because
Well,
it's
we've
got the same connector, I think.
JL76 Gaming has replied. He says, "Sorry, I didn't mean you said I was an editing snob. It was a figure of speech. And I meant myself as in me, not that you are as well. Comments can be lost in translation."
Sorry, I twigged that now,
No,
and I
it's
realised
Scottish,
that
what do you
I
expect?
tripped over my tongue in the process. But I would still like to say that Stuart is an editing snob.
I'm not an editing snob.
No, he just picks holes in everything.
I just when you changed the intro, I just noticed, wow, that was a long gap.
Maybe I should just get a big white stick.
And then it grates on me every time I watch it, and I'm like, wow.
Well, like I said, why don't we just get Napalm Death to do his intro? It'll be done in fucking 5 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, thank you very much.
Now I'm really upset that every time you watch my intro, it grates on you.
Ah, fucking metal
the
troll.
space is the dead air. That's what.
I'm going to asphyxiate myself hanging on the back of the door.
All you got to do is edit out the dead air at the end. Between the end of the
Fucking let it
song,
out the dead air. You
between
just
the end of the
skip it.
song and the tap-in, there's just this massive gap. It's huge. That's all.
You're a massive gap.
Jeez, Stu, you're the pickiest person I've ever met.
No, these are valid criticisms, but I think I don't know. Maybe I look at it through fuzzy, blurry, filtered eyes.
It's just one thing I've noticed. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
What are the other things you've noticed?
When you get your cafe up and running, right? The night before you open, I'm going to get into it, right? And I'm going to interfere with all your food.
So this is what I was going to come back to. Is
that ham sandwich is going to get some filling.
a bit of.
Boy, this mayonnaise has gone sour. Sorry.
One boy Packer, 1975.
Do you remember earlier I said about market research? So here we go.
Oh God!
Okay.
If
No
you
wonder
were-
no one's watching us.
Right, Scott, shut up or I'm muting you.
If you
I want to hear this.
If you were to visit a local cafe that had arcade machines, would you prefer
Bullet pointer. You got bullet pointer. A.
a
Do it like that. Yeah.
cafe?
No.
Would you
Would you
prefer-
A, prefer, B, just see what I mean?
What?
These are important decisions for when
You
I become
were
CEO of
Get to
Konami.
the end.
If you were to A, prefer, B, to go to a cafe, C,
To see what?
That's not bullet pointing, that's just bad English.
Right, start again.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying is these arcade boxes that I've looked at, there's two
Right.
types. The first type is full tall
I know
cabinet.
exactly what you're going to say.
The second one is a coffee table.
Right.
Yes, that's what you want for a cafe.
Now, that's what I was thinking. Do I get 10 coffee tables or coffee tables with 10 normal cabinets? That's the first thing.
10 cocktail cabinets.
No, 10 coffee table cabinets. But the only thing about that is that due to the size of it, if you sell a full English breakfast and stuff, where are they going to put the plates to be able to play the game as they eat, if you see what I
Yeah,
mean?
eggs, bacon, and Pac-Man.
Right. Here's the thing. The food, that was going to be the next part. The food that I was planning on selling was going to be hot dogs, chips, coffee, milkshakes, crap.
No,
Burgers.
you want bonbons, and then you want yellow bonbons. See what I did there? Because then you could put
No, I didn't.
Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you could do that on the counter. On the counter where you order food, you would have bowls full of bonbons, and the majority of them would be white, and then there'd be a few yellow ones in there. This,
Do
of course,
video-
does rely on two things.
Lemon.
That one, people do wash their hands when they go to the bathroom, and two, if someone eats all the yellow ones out of one bowl, the joke's lost.
Yeah.
Do video game related food. So you've got your Pac-Man bonbons.
Your mushroom stroganoff,
Super Mario Stroganoff.
Uncharted cheese.
PC kid chili.
Here's the other question then. So you go to one of these cafes.
Tomb Raider, tiramisu.
Does she eat tiramisu in Tomb Raider?
You sit down to a cafe to one of these tables. Now there's two choices that I can set the machine to. One is it's a fixed game. You either play Mario or you play Pac-Man, and that's the only game.
What about
Or-
Ikaruga?
No. You do something like Play Choice 10s or something like that.
Yes, where there's 60
R-Type,
games in the
Defender.
cabinet. So
No,
do
but the
you
thing is,
give-
are they
do you
going to
give
pay
them
for the
choice?
gaming on top of the food, or when they buy food, or do they pay for a said amount of gaming in time, or how's that going to work?
Okay, so it is credit based. So credit lives. It's a proper machine. It's not time based or anything.
But you could do buy 3 coffees, get some credit free.
Now you're
Like on the
thinking,
card, like on a Starbucks card or whatever.
sort of.
Yes.
What I was going to do was a token to play with every hot.
Too late,
drink
I've just
sold.
patented it.
Call them achievements.
Yeah.
So you'll probably
You
get sued by
Oh, hang
You
on
get
a second.
token. Listen. You get a token with every drink sold, right? So that way you don't get people just coming in to play the games because there's no profit really being made from them. The profit's in the coffee. So with every drink sold, you get a token to play the machines, and the machines are just a gimmick to get people in there. What do you reckon?
And also, you could get a local graffiti. Seriously, you could get a local graffiti artist.
Yeah.
They would probably do it just to get their work out there, and you could have a
And you
plaque.
know
saying
what?
this
Or maybe a
person
teletext
to do
artist.
game characters all around the inside and stuff.
And where I live, there are lots and lots of graffiti artists. So that's a great idea.
And by doing that,
But there
hopefully
are no
they'll concentrate-
teletext artists.
Yeah.
So what? You want either a nice cafe or a fucking skate park?
But no. You ask them to. You give them some free reign, but you say, but can you just keep it in the vein of video game characters? Interpret them how you will in your style. But
And different tables, you can have different sections. Like you have the Street Fighter section and the Shooter section. And
And also, by encouraging people to do it on the inside of your cafe, you're less likely to get your shutter on the outside covered with words like "so and so is a tithead."
What?
No, so
And
look.
people tagging.
Oh, there's a coffee for that table, that twat factory. You're always playing Guile, that fucking turtle's blocking all the time. Fucking prick.
And that's why you don't do his PR. No, but then that like, you know, just make the decor very, very retro game, but not cliche. You know what I mean? That's why I said, you know, get a graffiti artist or something, because then it'd be.
I was gonna say, have you seen the film Hackers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I only watched it for Angelina Jolie, so
Yep.
I don't remember most of the other bit.
Fact to that one.
Do you remember the arcade in Hackers?
No, I only remember Angelina Jolie.
No. It was sort of like, it was strange. It was like a skate park indoors with lots of, as you say, graffiti and neon everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. You gotta have neon.
Yeah.
If people don't walk out with black spots burned into their vision, you failed.
Yeah. So I was thinking making it 80s, but then I'm thinking maybe it should be more 90s. What do you reckon?
You should have an 80s and a 90s section.
Just
And
wear
then
a
you can say
jumper.
when you take their order, where are you sitting? I'll be sitting in the 80s section. Where are you sitting? I'll be sitting in the 90s section.
Why don't you straddle the decades?
Yeah,
Yes,
that sounds
why don't you divide it into 4 corners? 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, because only noughties starts to have, you know, it's PlayStation and stuff, so it's still relevant in the
Dreamcast.
sense of retro.
Anyway, lots of ideas. I've still got a year to get this all together, so hopefully this time by
Do we all
Christmas.
have to come
But there's,
shop when you
the
open
thing
it?
you're talking about, right? You're talking about all these arcade machines. There's one brand that I'm not hearing right now.
Sega?
Where's Neo Geo? Where's SNK?
Because he's not got enough money.
No,
He hasn't got enough room.
All right, fair enough.
yeah.
No, all you need is a 4-slot cab. That's all you need.
These machines are brand new, so there's a company that's still making them, and
Oh, I see. Yeah.
they're proper
If they're gonna be-
tables.
If they're going to be valid tables, though, what sort of... Presumably then you're going to have some sort of covering or coating on top of the glass to stop
Well,
people who
if
aren't
I
necessarily
can't-
vandalised, but a little heavy-handed with
If I can't have a skinny latte with a Metal Slug 2, then I'm gonna fucking start punching people.
So the arcade machines, they're jammer technology inside. So you can put out the boards and stick in a Street Fighter board, for instance, if you can get hold of
Yeah,
one.
you need a kick harness, 6-button.
Yeah, well, there's that as well. Yeah.
That would be weird as well, though. The coffee table, it's like the old ones you used to get in pubs, isn't it? That means the controls are on the side, so that would be a little bit awkward for playing Street Fighter. Cause
No, the controls are on the front. Oh,
Well,
right.
actually,
So,
no, what I'm saying is, but you're going to have your tabletop which has got the monitor in, right?
yep.
But your controls are going to be on the not on top of it, are they? Which means that doing a 6-button
No,
Street
no,
Fighter...
underneath the glass, yeah.
The way they work is you have the glass on top where you're looking down at the screen, but at the ends of the glass is where you put your hands underneath, so you can still see your hands, and that's where the controls are. See?
Yeah, the old school style
But the
cocktail ones.
controllers
Yeah,
are
I was thinking
protected
like
by the
proper
glass.
one.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So if you spill your drink, you don't spill them into the buttons. That's the idea.
But then also, but you know, what's the glass protected by? Is what I'm saying.
It's glass.
More glass.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you think about it, rings and stuff. You want some sort of coating on, like when you
Yeah,
stick on a screen of
look,
a PSP.
This table that I'm using now, this is glass. Glass is very strong.
Yes, glass is very strong, but glass is very scratchable.
No, not this stuff. This is.
Invite me round. 5 quid says I can find a way to scratch that in 30 seconds.
Only with a diamond.
And I'm going to scratch on it. Who says my end gap's too long? No,
Anyway,
seriously, you'd have to put something on it because...
The bezels are probably replaceable. Who knows? I haven't asked the company. I'll ask the company and see.
Well, most like retrofit fucking candy cabs, no, not candy cabs, fucking cocktail cabs. I like that anyway. They're very configurable. So you could swap out the glass, you could swap out the controls, you could swap out pretty much anything you want. Even though I don't own an arcade machine, I know a lot about them.
You should get some cocktail cabs for your sexy boudoir.
I would kill to have a Neo Geo fucking arcade cabinet here, but I just do not have the room. I would not be able to get it upstairs.
Scott, sacrifices must be made. Your bed goes first.
I have a Neo Geo arcade machine per se, but not in the cabinet. No way.
And you can't press up.
Well, that's the console. That's the CD. I've got a proper arcade shit in there as well.
Oh, you got an AES?
I've got an MVS.
Oh, that's the other. I always get confused between the two.
I want to get an AES, but the problem is, today is a complete ball ache. My PayPal account's been locked for some fucking reason.
What?
So if I find a good deal on eBay, I can't buy anything right now because my fucking PayPal account's locked.
What's that suspicious activity then?
Apparently so, but I only use it to buy shit off eBay.
I'll tell you what, I can help you out with that. What's your username and password?
Fuck off.
Is that your username and password? Fuck off. I wouldn't be surprised with Captain Pottymouth.
Yeah, fuck off and fuck off again. Or off.
Fuck off 1, 2, 3.
So what you are going for this idea then, Stu?
Well, that's what I plan to do. It's I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go out, so I just save my money and hopefully buy a cafe. So I've got because you never know, jobs, you can't guarantee jobs forever, and I may not have a job one day, and I'd like to have something to fall back on. You know?
Well, if Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation can make, I think he's got 4 bars in Australia that are all gaming related, so yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, Yahtzee, who does Zero Punctuation, I think he's got at least 2 bars. I forgot what they're called now. They got a YouTube channel, Bar, I can't remember now.
Humbug.
But yeah.
It's a Christmas
No,
tree.
but they have him, talking about his bars that he owns. That basically they're just, little pubs with video games and other shit in there. So it's pretty cool.
Right, Harry, you're going to come work for me, are you?
Yes, I will.
All right,
We'll wait tables.
right. The way that it works then is I'll put you up in accommodation,
I'll just be loitering.
And, but what will happen is that you don't get paid until the place starts making money.
Okay.
I never.
As long as you pay my living, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I can do whatever you want. I have experience in customer service. See, look, I'm pitching. It's the job interview right now, isn't it?
I need you to stand in the window wearing a monkey suit.
Yes, I'll do that. I have no shame.
I was thinking about having like a wall of history with all my consoles. Starting from my little Pong machine, going through the Atari, Mega Drive, all the way up, and just having like a wall of gaming history.
That's a cool idea.
Yes, like a timeline, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I've got enough consoles to do
I
it.
just worked it out.
What?
But it would all be in the logo art for your cafe outside, but you could call it Pie and Chips. And obviously chips would be chips.
I've
Oh,
got
yes.
a name for it.
Yeah, mine's better sharp.
There used to be
The name is quite cool, and I have, as I say, I've got the website. I just tried getting the YouTube channel, but somebody's already taken it somehow.
Oh,
That's probably because we told them to, didn't we? When you went and we said, let's race him.
Yeah.
BIR at the end of it or something like that, if it's in Birmingham. I don't know
Yeah.
where it is.
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
No, it's Coventry. Yeah.
Okay. Same thing.
It nearly is, yeah. There's some debate going on at the moment that is Coventry going to be
Coventry, it's the new
sub-
Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah, but
There's no
Coventry's
point.
pretty big, though, isn't it?
Well, it's a city.
So exactly. So how does this whole city
Because
become a
the
sub?
borders, they're gonna build on the green belt. So the borders,
And it will connect.
yeah. So
Ah.
they're saying that they'll make it a sub-district of Birmingham,
It's
All
like
amalgamated.
Lego.
which is pretty
Oh,
crazy,
yes.
really. They'll make it the biggest city in England then, because obviously it'd be bigger than London by then if they did that.
Then they can take over the world.
They can take
Yeah.
over England one city at a time. It's kind of like start Call of
Yeah,
Duty
yes.
Ghosts.
Well, it'd be a mega
Quite
city.
scary.
It would be a Judge Dredd
Oh,
city.
fuck, it's 2080, yeah.
It'd be a mega city. Oh,
Right, do
I-
you want to hear the name of my cafe?
I
Go
bagged
on.
Mega City too.
Do you want to give it away?
Well, I'm not giving it
It's,
away.
it's
but-
patented, right? You've nicked it or secured it or whatever,
right,
right?
I've already got the web address. So I've got the .co.uk address.
Yeah, but if you check that there's no one else out there in business land, because you know how corporate companies are like, this thing sounds 1/3 like ours. Like that
well,
thing.
maybe. I will spell the name. Are you ready?
Yes.
UBERSNAX.
How about you just say the name?
Because it's difficult to say than rather than spell it.
Yeah, but it's easier for you to difficultly say it than me to be bothered to.
Well, how the
letters.
fuck? If you get phone calls and you gotta say your fucking store name, how the fuck are you gonna say it?
Because
Valid point.
It's the spelling that makes it distinct. So the word is Uber Snacks.
I have a very important question
Good
for
morning, Uber Snacks. Scott speaking.
you. I have a very important question for you, Stu. Are you going to put a heavy metal umlaut over the U?
A what?
A heavy metal umlaut over the U.
Is
Do
that
you know
the
what one of
two-dot
those
things?
is?
It's the 2-dot thing. Isn't
Scott
it?
might be able to tell you what one of those is.
Well, no, it's Uber's German, so it could have the dots above it, yeah.
Uber Weiss.
But there's not.
Oh yeah.
I've not designed the logo
Love
yet.
that Uber Snacks all over my groin. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's it. Uber Snacks. So I've got the website. It's ubersnacks.co.uk. And if you sign up and register, you get a free coffee.
A free coffee. Oh.
But it's not open yet, and you can't sign up yet. But
Well, imagine, it's not actually being built.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't exist
Coffee
yet.
hasn't been brewed yet.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, Mr. Yackham, I have a question that I really wanted to ask you last night and completely forgot about it. And while we can't put it in that said stream, I can ask you here. Have
It's
you
Harry
heard what?
Yack's ballsack, Merc 2.
Yes, bend it like Yackham. No, Dave. What was it you said?
Dave and Yackham.
There you go.
Yackham, yes, I've got it written down here.
Yeah, awesome. I like it.
Have you heard what Tottenham are doing to that little club that was set up after the war by people who came back from the war as a tribute to Tottenham? And so even though it's a completely different looking one, it has a cockerel on their shirt. And
No.
Tottenham have said, no, you can't have that. And the opinions are divided because in one half people are saying, well, you know what? You can't have Tottenham's cockerel on your shirts, even though I personally don't think it looks like it. Whereas someone else said, Tottenham are actually being quite nice about this, and they said, you don't have to change it until your next change of kit.
Oh, that's nice of them.
But yeah,
That's
no, but what,
not-
they could have literally shut them down. And I personally think they should leave it because it's a tribute club set up, 60 odd years ago by people who came back from, So first of all, congratulations on surviving World War II, and how are we going to celebrate this moment? We could go back to our families, or we could start a football club in honour of Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, the club is Fleet Spurs, and according to the Daily Mail, Spitz, Tottenham have demanded that they remove the cockerel logo from their club crest in a move the middle
as well, though. So that means stationary, inside the club, outside the club.
Well, to be fair, it is exactly the same cockerel, and
It's a different
that
colour, isn't it?
In this picture, it's exactly the same cockerel.
Oh, maybe I saw a different picture then. I saw a picture when I could see
lovely
why
cock.
it's based upon it, but put the picture up. Can you put the picture up, or was that copyright?
Oh,
It's
yes.
on the Daily Mail.
Oh, actually, I'll look for a different one because that's the Daily Mail. Fleet Spurs is the name of the club. You can carry on talking.
I'm just looking at the pie and thinking, fucking food again.
Oh, this always happens.
Scott, guess what?
What?
I'm not doing this to be all look at me, everyone, because I already told you, but Review Tech USA gave me a shout out.
Review Tech?
USA.
That guy?
Don't you like him?
I have a love and hate relationship.
But I
with the
like
guy.
him, so I don't want to hear any bad
He's
things.
good. He's good, and then he makes a video that completely falls flat on his fucking face, and then takes another 6 months for him to actually want me to subscribe to his channel again. Like with his scaremongering about the 720p Call of Duty Ghosts bullshit, where that video was just 10 minutes of him just being a sensationalist prick.
But isn't that what most people are on YouTube? If you put
Yeah.
no, but what I'm saying from anyone else's perspective, because I don't
Yeah,
see that
true,
from him.
but-
That's why I watch him. I think
The
he's a
fallout
passionate, spirited person.
Yeah, true, but the fallout from that as well, where he had one of the owners of Sony call him out on his bullshit and all this stuff, is like, you know when you fucked up, when you've crashed through someone's ceiling.
my moment, Scott. I like him, and I thought it was cool.
I like the
to
guy.
give him a shout-out.
I do like the guy.
Can you just be happy for me?
No. Some of his videos, no, it's pretty cool actually, but some of his videos I just find a bit too much. his channel's called fucking Review Tech. He should be fucking reviewing tech and just doing stuff. And some of these,
but then by that argument, you're saying no one can branch out.
Some of his well, all right. Some of his news videos I find a little bit contrived.
Well, I'm just happy he gave me a shout out.
Oh yeah, it's cool. That's awesome.
I can't. Hang on. Get it full screen.
Yes. There it is. And I'm no expert in copyright, but that is the same logo.
It's got different feet.
It's the same feed.
No, you just can't see them on Tottenham's. Yeah, well, I guess it is, but at the same time, I also think, couldn't they just... what's the big deal? People aren't going to walk into that place and buy... I doubt they even sell shirts to the public and buy that accidentally instead of Tottenham and cost Tottenham £40 for a shirt, are they?
It's a good point, but...
Which one's claiming copyright against who?
Tottenham is claiming it against Fleet Spurs.
And who was made first?
Well, Tottenham's technically, but the point was Fleet Spurs was set up by a bunch of Tottenham Hotspur fans in celebration of surviving World War II and as a tribute to their favourite football club. And they've had this on their shirt. Yeah, they've had this on their shirt for like 60 odd years. And
they've only just... Well, I think there's something about the time it takes to claim copyright, doesn't it? I mean, Jesus, 60 years later, suddenly I want money from it.
Oh no, they don't want money from it. They're just saying they have to remove it from everything. But since this is a non-league club,
tell them to piss off.
But then they'll get utterly destroyed by Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur will buy that town, put it in a rocket, and shoot it into the sun.
They could do that 10 times over, probably.
Just tell them to bugger off. Just say, look, we've had it for 60 years. No chance.
Do you know what I would do just to piss Tottenham off? I'd make one amendment to the cockerel on my next shirts. I'd behead it. No, I'd behead it. I'd behead it and give it a stump with blood on and everything, and then you could say, "Well, our cockerel hasn't got a head."
That'd be the way to do it.
Oh no! You could put a hand with a knife stabbing it in the back.
Well, the logo kind of looks like that already.
I quite like their badge, to be honest. I think it's a very nice badge. I would like to say, Tottenham, if you are watching this, because I know you are big fans of the RetroUnlim channel, even though I'm pretty sure none of us actually support you. How shall I put this eloquently? Go fuck yourself, you money-grabbing, whoring motherfuckers.
Who is...
Amen.
What is the significance of the cockerel? Is it something local?
Well, right now, I'm assuming, on Tottenham's perspective, it stands for the fact that they're all a bunch of cocks. Whereas I don't know what is the Mr. Yackham, over to you, our sports pundit, obviously, or one half of the sport punditry that is on this live stream. We need to get hats like Motson and big coats and scarves, by the way.
Yes.
And get a microphone set up like Scott's. Do you know the relevance of the Tottenham cockerel?
I don't, but I can look clever by looking it up now.
RetroUnlim has said they've removed the cockerel.
They have actually gone ahead and done it, have they?
They bow down to the man.
The thing is, though, to be honest, they would have to, because I mean, it would have cost them an absolute shit ton of money from people who probably all have real jobs, and this is just a bit of fun for them. But you know, think about it, removing it from their, because even though they're like, you know, a small club, they'd have stationery, they'd have it on their signs, they'd have it, you know.
But still, it's just like picking on the fucking.
Oh no, I know, but I'm going to say
picking on the Sunday team, you know.
It's going to cost them a lot of money, but if they didn't remove it, they wouldn't even exist at all, would they?
Dave, Wikipedia has the answer to your question, as indeed it has the answer to
remember what
everything.
we said last night? That means it's allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, allegedly. Since the 1901 FA Cup final, the Tottenham Hotspur crest has featured a cockerel. Harry Hotspur, from whom the club is said to take its name, was famed for riding his spurs and fighting cocks, were fitted with spurs, which can be seen in the crests.
So if anything, they should both get rid of the cockerel because it's about animal cruelty.
Yes, it's rather barbaric, that, isn't it? Who's
you,
taking the moral high ground here?
And I'm not an Arsenal fan, but at least Arsenal's name does what it says it does on the tin.
Gunners. Shoots people.
But theirs is, no, we just horrifically violent to animals, and just to make sure they suffer an even worse death, we put spurs on them. Isn't it funny when the penny drops like that? And you just said that, because I never knew that, but then the minute you said you put spurs on them, I went, of course, Tottenham Hotspurs.
Right, we're drifting into football territory here. So, we're getting close to midnight. do you guys think it's time to wrap up? I don't believe it. It's gone so quickly tonight. We've been going 2.5 hours already.
What? I'm only getting slightly drunk. Carry on.
Carry on for half an hour.
Yes.
Well, because Scott only just got to the party and I want to hear him slur.
Well, if you can think of another interesting topic to think
Well,
about,
no.
I'll extend this by another 10 minutes.
I want to go back onto the review tech thing.
I don't, because you're going to ruin my moment. Tell me about it once the moment.
I'm not going to ruin.
Tell me about it once the moment has passed, Scott.
I'm not going to ruin your moment because that's a pretty cool shout out if you give you a shout out for it. But I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I love him when he's doing reviews. When he's reviewing something, that's when he's doing his best work. When he does his news, it just winds me up.
But as I said, and this is not just because I'm a fan, I'm not just going to counter your argument for no pointless reason, that to some degree all of us branch out, whether it's accidental or not, onto other things. And do you need to set up another channel to do that? Because there's so much stuff. Well, granted, most of it's been deleted because of the impending cold that's been extended.
Yeah.
But there's so much stuff on my channel that you could argue is, and like also I got a Christmas video that's unlisted, ready to go up live, that has absolutely nothing to do with video gaming, and I talk utter bollocks in that. It's not direct comparison, I know, but you could argue that that has no place on my channel.
Well,
so
granted, I get a lot of fire from for various videos. Like when I do my Get Reels, quite a lot of people seem to like them, even more so than my fucking normal gaming videos.
I'm one of
I still get people
I like
give me shit for like, why are you talking about this and that? You know, make your own channel for that. So I can see, yeah, I like I said, I'm Marmite with that channel. I do like his stuff, but then he make a video.
I'm not saying you have to like it.
it.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I do like his stuff for the majority, but then he trips up on his fucking own sword when he does like a run video like that.
I don't know. I haven't watched that video, so but if it's wrong, I don't know. I'd have to watch it to make my own informed opinion.
Well,
but everyone.
Well, when it comes to my argument, it boils down to the basic common denominator right here. That was hard to say after a couple of Jack Daniels, I'm telling you. Is that it's a launch title.
Are they relatives, Mr. Yack? Sorry. Oh no, they're sheep. No, sorry, wrong species.
You know, comparing what a launch title is going to be like to what's going to be like 5-6 years from now, which is fucking silly.
Yeah, but I don't know about it. But is that true that the Ghost ran in 720 out of the box?
It just doesn't make any difference. But I
no,
just
but
didn't
what
like
I'm saying is, and this is nothing to do with him. But
Yeah.
if it is a case of it ran at 720 out of the box and took a patch, is what I'm thinking it is, then I think that is a bit weak. I'm not saying it's ruined the launch, but that is a bit weak on Sony's part.
How dare you?
It's kind of like the Wii U, with the fact that, and I heard about it and I didn't think it was that bad. Out of the box, my Wii U, I couldn't play it for fucking an hour and a half because it sat there just doing this update. And I'm like, really, Nintendo? You couldn't have put that on there before you sent it out to the factory?
I just didn't. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple of times where you put out a video and like, what the fuck? So.
Yeah, but then, do you like? I'm sure you don't like all of my videos. What?
Play with your lightsaber.
Oh, you can. Sorry, it's not on screen, but my brain was like, it's not on screen. They can't see I'm doing that. But of course, you can hear it. Never mind.
Oh, it just take. I'm opinionated, as you know. So
Really?
when I see when I see shit like that, I'm like, nah. But like I said,
I go on the thought that, and this is not me defending him. This is me defending just everyone in the sense that there's loads of channels I absolutely love, but I don't watch all of their stuff religiously.
Yeah.
That's what playlists are for. But then the problem with that is the one thing on my channel that I don't put in playlists that possibly I should, because let's be honest, people watch them more for that than they do on my gameplay videos or anything else. In fact, people watch me more for my opinions on stuff that's technically not even gaming related. But possibly I should put all my vlogs.
I do that as well.
In a playlist.
It's weird. It's like I thought, right, one day Steve RetroUnlim fucking taught me into it. It's like, look, just talk about shit that's nothing to do with gaming, just what comes from within. And quite a lot of people seem to connect with that, which is weird. No, I try not to be like, oh, feel sorry for me and all that shit. I just like, fuck it, I'll just talk and whatever comes out will be on the video.
Oh, no, that wasn't me saying that. I just went love and harmony, because I like to think that's what's inside.
And another thing, making playlists is a pain in the ass, because I do that, but I never fucking top them up. I never put my new videos.
I know, I'm so bad at that. And also, when I deleted loads of videos, I forgot what playlist looked like to everyone else, and I went inside one of them. It just had all these blank gaps.
Delete video, yeah.
Plus, also, I don't know. I guess this comes down to the fact that I'm lazy. If I wanted to put all my vlogs in a playlist, even with the fact that you can add them in, loads from that screen where you just check them, it would still take me longer than 10 minutes, which is my attention span for editing on my channel.
But it's like that with the RetroUnlim live streams. I started putting them in a playlist, but then I noticed a pattern where the thumbnails are either my face or your face. So it's like, okay,
we were talking about
that
this
makes me
last
sound
night.
like a bit of a fanboy.
I said to Mr. Yack last night, "Oh, you need to depol your name, Harry. I might even call you Dan once. You need to depol your name to Yackum.
Oh,
Yackum was here. Yeah, and I've just lost my thread now. Oh yeah, that's right. The picture on the last week's live feed is me looking like I've taken illegal substances, gurning.
It does, doesn't it?
There's one of the live. I don't know if it was a podcast or a live stream. He got one of me, and I don't know what I was doing, but it looks like I was fucking breathing in because I looked like I was about to die. Like, it's such an unfucking flattering photo.
Since we have no guests on tonight's live stream, it's they've left, or actually, and I know they should
what
probably
guests
be
did we have
promoted.
this time?
Can we ask then to comments land that that banner you put at the top of RetroUnlim? Other than my launch or joining RetroUnlim, can I be in one again, please? Validate me, love me, adore me.
Sorry, what was that?
I want to be. When the banner at the top of RetroUnlim appears.
He just wants a Long Boys Post banner on the fucking RetroUnlim live. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
Fucking egotistical prick.
Absolutely, Scott. But when as you know, I'm a 2 lightsaber family now, so I'm allowed to be.
Doesn't use any of my Sexy Biscuits videos. Use all his famous friends and just fuck everyone else
I
off.
told you I'm building a cash up. Because as I learned from when I did my short but series, You Harm It, I'll Play It, which I stopped because that's when I first became aware of the politics of shoutouts, that some people don't seem to like them, and there's all shit things. Yeah, well, I learned from that, which is the importance of building up a cache. Because if you promise something and you can't deliver it, you look a fool. So once I get another sort of 15, 20...
believe me, I always do that. Oh, I'm going to do this game next. I'm going to do that game next. I never fucking do it.
So I actually said it in the descriptive term on my Best of Sexy Biscuits. I said Sexy Biscuits. Oh, there we go. No, get it off. Get it off.
I've taken it off. There you go. The sheep are back.
Yeah, I put Sexy Biscuits will return, but I'm just merely building up a cache.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want to do it every single video.
And I'm not going to. Yeah, plus, yeah. That's what I did with the
It gets a bit like Oscar-style dick sucky-ish,
And the thing is, and I'm very happy that big channels wanted to do it. That's not why I asked them. I asked all the bigger channels that I've asked, are people that I generally am mates with and have corresponded with at some point. But someone pointed out, when you have big channels doing like Sexy Biscuits, and I'm glad they did. I'm not saying I would never have used them anyway, because I stand by it and will use them again. And I say Christmas has done me well and will do me well. Sorry. But yeah, someone was saying your Sexy Biscuits are starting to overshadow your videos.
RetroUnlim says the thumbnail from last week's RetroUnlim Live will probably be the one for this week as well. Now I've shown it.
So I should just go, and I'm sure over my natural talking, because I look at the screen and not the webcam, which is terrible, because you couldn't look at the webcam all the time because you can't see what's going on, because you want to look at people's faces, because even though it's internet land, that's how you correspond, isn't it? But the problem with looking down when you should be looking up is you naturally pull 1/3 Gurn faces without even realizing.
It's the same when I'm doing a vlog, and I fucking keep looking at the screen on the side of my camera. I never look at the lens. And I keep telling myself, I keep looking off to the right. Why do I keep doing that? It fucking annoys the piss out of me.
I do it, but the funny thing is, as well, with my camera, not that one, my still camera, this sexy beast here.
Well, you see what I mean. You're looking at the fucking screen, but you're not looking at the lens.
My still camera, which is this sexy beast, because size is important. Hey, whenever
the way that thing extends. Show me again. Look at that fucking thing.
I tell you what, my brother's pretty much a professional photographer, but I like bridge cameras because I'm not a professional photographer. I think bridge cameras suit me well. So this is pretty good for a bridge camera because it's got 18 zoom. But the thing is, I would use this for videos. The video quality is really good on this, but the mic just makes you sound like you're talking inside a dustbin.
Yeah, I basically took a I don't know.
I took a picture of my last stupid, and it's still set up, my last stupid picture on Facebook, which is, I think, something went wrong with the doctor's regeneration. And do you know what my camera said in the advice section after I took the picture?
What?
It said, I think your subject is winking, meaning, or blinking. And I'm like, what?
It's
yeah,
I don't blink.
The face detection technology said he was blinking. I'm like, Christ, the guy's got no fucking eyes in his socket.
But I noticed that recently. I'm a fucking idiot. I never read the instructions. I've had this camera now for about 6 months, and it's got smile detection. So I've got like 50 fucking JPEGs of me smiling or just smirking. I'm like, what the fuck? And I realise there's a bloody option on here.
I have to say to Mr. Yackham, because this is my camera, the one I was talking to you about last night, that I absolutely love and adore. And even though it's 2 years old, if my camera and the hinge has gone on that, but even if this died, and it thinks it's in factory mode when I turn it on, and so I have to wait 10 seconds. It thinks it's display model. I don't know how that happened, but if this camera broke, touch wood that it doesn't, and it's it's old now, I would buy another one of these, even if I had to second hand, before buying another model. I love this camera, mainly because I know it works on gameplays as well.
I took a picture of the Nostalgia Critics book. He did like a making of, and I basically nicked his camera as an HD Handycam from Sony, which is the HDR CX190. It's about 160 quid.
Sony, if you are watching that, since he's just plugged your camera, can we all have one?
Yes, I would like.
Yes.
Everton versus Liverpool. Prediction.
Prediction.
One team's going to lose.
Or it could be a draw.
I reckon 2-1 Liverpool. Because Everton, even though they changed the managers, they're actually, they're still up there. Considering
what's the teams again?
Everton and Liverpool. It's a Merseyside derby.
Everton 0, Liverpool 1.
Ooh, sexy. No, I reckon 2-1 Liverpool, and I'm going to say Suarez and Sturridge. And whoever scores for Everton is by the way, because I don't support them. And is that true, though? Boring random fact, Mr. Yackett, over to you. That's my Motson. Fucking hell, Scott, slow down.
I just noticed I've drunk like a quarter of the bar already. No wonder I'm feeling fucking know it.
I bet you don't feel your cold quite as much, though.
No, I can't feel shit. Oh shit, I just dropped my iPhone.
Oh jeez, we're all getting drunk here.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, isn't Everton is technically the original, is it the original Merseyside club?
Yes, someone was telling me this last week.
Then people broke off, and that's who formed the Liverpool.
Yes, Everton was there first. Somebody was telling me this just last week, and I was shocked to hear that.
They're there first, and the irony is clearly they're number 2.
Yes. I wonder which came first, Manchester United or Manchester City.
I wonder which came first, Manchester United or the chicken. See what I did there?
Well, what's going on there, Cornholio?
He lost his neck.
Right,
no, that's an interesting one.
It said, Dave, have my babies.
Who said that?
Oh, the two fat bastards stream must be over then. Oh, we've outlasted them. We started
Yay, come back to us.
After them.
We're an internet live stain. We just
You've had enough of the one of the half-fat bastards. Come back to us.
I still really need. See, the problem is because I work nights. I still really need to go on. Well, that's just it. See, now that I've had to delete all my in the wild, and it's not their fault why I've kind of fallen out of love with it, because obviously I still buy stuff, but having had to delete all those pickup videos to me are kind of lost their little sparkle.
I be honest with you, I've done a pickup video in 2 months because Mr. Benway.
You know what?
I just don't know what to say anymore. I'll be honest with you, the last few pickup videos I absolutely loathe doing. I know people watch them, but I think to myself, why do people watch them? Because, oh, here's a game, I remember this game, blah,
but it's
blah,
all
blah,
about
blah.
only buy what you have a connection to.
Yeah, but it's like the only pickups videos I really watch now and I find compelling to watch, because you don't do them anymore, is Metal Jesus Rocks, because he actually gives you a bit of gameplay. Yeah, that's how I got into your channel. When I joined RetroUnlim,
Oh yeah, I forget.
and
Sorry,
you still wasn't part of it,
Asking you to pat my back.
your pickups in the wild videos inspired my retro pickups in the wild, where I would go first person with my fucking
I know
iPhone.
someone said you could mute the noise in the background when you walk around, but to me, if that bit was silent, or even if I was talking over it, I like the hustle and bustle of daily life in that part of the video, and that's why I couldn't do
I
it
had
in
a
the
video.
wild.
I captured a video yesterday, and I haven't uploaded it yet. and it was just me going around Game Store looking at all the dummy console for the Xbox One and playing a little bit of PS4. But because they were playing, I think, fucking Rihanna or some shit like that, I think I'm going to have to mask the audio.
I would have masked it even if it wasn't for copyright, if it was playing her. Ooh, burn, sorry. But no,
Well, it doesn't matter. It's only FIFA fucking 14. I don't give a shit about FIFA.
What I liked about In the Wild videos was it's your, particularly in different countries, you know, like in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, you know, Canada and America, you know, it was just the In the Wild section was this nice little window into something that you're not familiar with.
Yeah, I had
cool.
I can't remember who it was now. Sorry, man. It was a Canadian guy. He said to me that, you know,
Mike
why are you
Myers.
why are you going pawn shop diving? You know, why do you go to the flea market or whatever the fuck they call them? It's like, well, we don't have them in Oxfordshire, Reading, Berkshire area. It's all pawn shops. No, not really. It's all pawn shops. I have to go pawn shop diving to find my retro stuff.
Well, seriously,
I'm not going to find it in the wild.
There's a ton of boot sales near where I am.
There are loads by me because Chris is always trying to tell me to go, but it's always on a day where I end up either working at that night or doing overtime, so I can't.
On a Sunday morning, there is a market in Didcot in the train station, and there was a retro game seller when I was a kid. I went there a couple of weeks ago. Complete total bust. There's no video game seller anymore. There is one like DVD guy who sells some like PS2 and Xbox and 360 games, but that's about it. The only time I can find retro stuff in the wild is pawn shop diving in Reddit.
I've just had an absolute epiphany.
Oh, you look like it as well.
Sorry, I was just looking. I was just thinking, what am I going to do with my PlayStation 1 games? Not that I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to give this sign away now. Everyone on RetroUnlim has to do Secret Santa.
Yes,
it won't be very secret because you have to ask everybody what their address is.
Yeah.
Well, no, but secret in the sense that you don't know what I'm going to send you. But now I have to be a little bit kind of cheap.
Wow.
Say Secret Santa, but only amongst the UK and maybe Irish.
Saying that, Dave, I do have. I bought yesterday a copy of Deadpool on the 360. I was going to complete it and then send it to you.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Scott. I'm not going to lie, please, but...
Well, we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago, and you wanted to have a check it out, and I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll complete it, get all the achievements, and send it to you.
Well, I'm not going to say no, but that can't be part of Secret Santa.
Fucking too late now.
I've got something else. I have a suggestion for Secret Santa. Secret Santa, but you can only buy your stuff, right? It's got to be a $5's worth of stuff, but you can only buy it from a pound store.
That means you get 5 items.
I had a fucking friend of mine a few years ago. He bought his whole family from the pound shop, and it was like shitty little shot glasses and just this is horrible shit. And I was like,
that's
what
a good
are
idea.
you doing?
I might do that.
No, he works the same place I do.
The money you save could buy you more shelves.
No, he bought the same shit. He earned the same salary I did where I work, and he's going to the fucking Poundland to buy his fucking family Christmas presents.
Nothing.
I would have choked him to death with a fucking.
I've been watching many Christmas videos, hence the fact that I quoted Scrooge just now, and I just have to say it's the thought. Some thoughts are clearly better thoughts than other thoughts, but it is still the thought.
Yeah, I've seen you've been on like a Christmas movie bender. I
do every year, Scott. You didn't know me last year.
I can't deal with Christmas movies.
I love Christmas movies.
The only one the only Christmas movie I can fucking stomach is Jingle All the Way.
I see. I've never actually
Put that cookie down now.
No, I've just been caning all the versions of A Christmas Carol because I love it, and I read the book every Christmas Eve, and or the story, I should say. Isn't it technically the original sort of ghost story?
I think so.
And yeah, I love it, and I've been, as I said. In the video I'm going to upload, I may make it live tonight, although I may brain. I may make my Empire Strikes Back or my Star Wars on the Spectrum videos live tonight instead.
Yeah.
But no, I got a Christmas video, and I explain the rules of why I love Christmas and how ultimately the minute it strikes 12 o'clock on midnight, then it's over because it's always the build-up for me.
I had an idea of doing a one for that because there's one Christmas that always stands out for me is when I finally got a PlayStation. And I had 5 games of it, and I still remember them to this day.
Yeah.
Dream Pinball, Rayman, Fighting Force, Destruction Derby, and shit. Oh, Turbo Number 1.
That was not brilliant. It wasn't perfect, but it was an underrated gem.
I still remember that to this day. But another thing I would love to do, if I can still channel into that old school console snob thing, is do like the
I think your intro when you line in should be, "Hi, I'm the console snob live from my sexy boudoir."
No, with the what's that? The Christmas Carol. I would love to do a version of the Christmas Carol as me, and have like.
Have you seen Shock 16's Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Wow, I wouldn't say it's loosely based on that, but I did watch that.
Oh no,
recently.
I'm just saying that I thought it was brilliant. I have a can of instant snow that Padma sent me for my birthday last year that I could use. You add hot water and it turns it into instant snow.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The last week or so, I have become a bit of a Shock 16 fanboy. I'll be quite honest with you. I've been watching a lot of his videos.
That is brilliant.
Right, we've got JL76 says someone send him a Master System as a Secret Santa.
Wow, that's fucking.
Oh, really?
Biscuits.
Like I said,
no, he's asking you to do it.
Oh.
We've actually got.
Can I ask him back, even though he can see me? It's like when you fall out with someone at the dinner table, isn't it? Tell him, can I buy one from the pound store?
I do have a Master System too, so John, if you are listening, fucking send me a message.
What he's also said is Trading Places is a good Xmas film and Die Hard, I suppose.
Oh yeah,
I mentioned that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but the best thing about Die Hard is, and I like this, they did this with Batman Returns. Technically, it was a summer blockbuster movie, but they worked it in for the fact that when it would be released on home video, because the theme was Christmas, they'd have half a chance of it, you know.
Oh, what's that?
It's done that weird mute thing again.
Doing on here? Get off.
You have to unmute yourself, Chris.
You had your fun.
Right, if you've got GameCube,
unmute yourself,
have you
mate.
got these games?
No, but seeing you have two, can I have one?
Well, this is the thing. I've seen this game in every second-hand shop in Coventry. There seems to be one
Def
copy.
Jam, awesome game. I love that fucking game.
Is it such an awesome game?
Hello,
Why
Chris.
are there so many copies?
Hello.
I am ready to be
popular.
impregnated.
Yes, Chris. How did the stream go?
Get out.
It's very good. Got a lot of comments. We're doing a Christmas special on the 20th of December.
We're doing Secret Santa, but
It's
unless
a
you drag your
nightmare
ass onto
before
our live stream, you're not going to be part of it.
No, I can
I'm
imagine it
on
right
your
now. Hang on. I can imagine it right. It's the night before Christmas.
Hang on a minute. There's only
Not
10
a mouse
minutes
was
left.
stirring. Not even a fat bastard.
Right, guys. There's only 10 minutes left of this stream because that's the 4-hour limit.
Yeah, and so Chris, you say you're on our live stream, but you're kind of like the bloke on the top of a Stargate TV movie where it says this person, this person, this person, and when it says and, you know they only get 10 minutes screen time in the movie.
And another thing, Chris, why do you
is
think that
cameo.
fucking top from Kurt Angle?
You should cut the
This is my terrible, terrible vest. My wife knows that I love terrible vests.
I have a suggestion, Chris.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It may
She
look like
wants me
shit,
to
but
dress.
it's so comfortable.
Please.
She wants me to dress like Kid Rock.
I think, and you have full permission to do this because I gave it to you. But I think you should cut the sleeves off the Lawn Boys Post T-shirt and wear that as a wife beater.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's going to go and do it live right now.
But no, if he does it, he has to do it as some form of an intro for my channel.
No. Now I can
Yeah.
think of
I've got
cowboy.
an idea for an intro for your channel. Actually, me and my wife are talking about it. I'm going to stuff loads of biscuits in my mouth.
No! Don't
For the
tell
cracker
us.
challenge.
Soak through biscuits, and then
No,
she's
I'm
going to
just- I'm just saying
spray
to these-
him up. Above me
Well,
like
Dave,
that.
like I'm saying, I have a video planned, but the problem is it's about a minute and a half long right now, so you might have to cut your intro out for that one.
Possibly. As I said, it's coming back. I'm just building up a cache of videos so I can, and I'm not going to put them on every single video because I want it to be fresh and start flying. No, I was just saying to these guys, Chris, before we run out of time, it's funny because you were talking about pickups in the wild and car boots and stuff like that, and having had to delete most of my pickups in the wild videos, I kind of lost my luster of doing pickup videos. But I still need to catch up with you. But unfortunately, because of the way, we're night and it's an old cliche. We're night and day, so it's still.
I have a normal life and you don't.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that video. The UK Game Chasers, man, that'd be awesome.
Yes. Why not?
Pushing each other out of the way. No, it's mine.
Yeah, fucking Chris catching you slipping.
I'll just say to him, hang on a minute, mate, I gave you a fucking T-shirt, that's mine.
I'm going to a car boot in about 10 hours, maybe, if we go to one. Here at
I can.
Whit's Church.
Whitchurch. Oh, the home of the speed bump.
So
home of
everybody
the speed
get there before him and buy all the games up before he gets there.
It's the late opening one as well. It doesn't actually open till 11, so it's quite easy to.
Hell.
Yeah, but the problem with that,
roll
it may
up
not
to.
open to 11, but I'll be doing overtime tomorrow. I'll let you on a little secret. Once you get a Windows phone, I'm very out of date on phones, so once you get a Windows phone and you're all abreast of stuff and you have an internet package, it's amazing that you can set videos live and comment on videos when you're at work. That's a new one. Obviously, in my designated breaks, but yeah, it's brilliant. I've never been. I actually had one of the first internet phones. I had that one from the Matrix with the scrolly wheel and the thing that slid down.
Oh, the Nokia
I had that
7550.
Yeah.
I still have it. I love it. I think it's a great phone. But I've never been one of those people who's done much on the internet with a phone. But then when I got my latest phone, and the fact that you can, and I have to be honest, it's not taking over my life, but I don't understand why it took me so long to get on Facebook, because it is quite good. And yeah, the fact that you can do Facebook and YouTube from a phone.
What's the screen on the phone?
What's the screen?
Yeah, your screensaver thing.
On my phone, my screensaver thing on the phone is actually
Sexy biscuits.
No, I got Retro Games 1979 as a screen.
No, I don't.
God,
I
you
don't have
egotistical
mine,
fucking prick.
because if anyone I don't have mine because no one at work knows I even have a YouTube channel, and I certainly don't want to promote it because obviously, even though I don't ever talk about it in a sense other than I'm going to work or I've been at work, I don't know, social media and work should be kept.
Everyone at my work knows I have one, but they just think the subject matter's fucking boring, so they don't bother.
No, but
with
what I'm saying is I just think social... No, I just think social
People
media...
at my work know, and they actually watch it as well.
But a lot of them donated to the charity tattoo, so that's why a lot of them at my work know.
That's pretty cool.
They tuned in to watch me getting tattooed, because so many people. But I've paid to see him in pain. I want to watch it.
This is something I've been dreaming of. I can't legally punch him in the face, but I can pay for him to be,
Someone can
stabbed
put
with
a needle
vibrating
into him.
Only a few
Fantastic.
people know about my videos. They go, oh, you're the one that swears quite a lot. Then it's like, yes.
Yeah, I'd imagine that God, they know you in real life. They probably are aware of that anyway.
I have a good late night question for you guys. Now, what is the dodgiest thing you've used the work's internet for?
You can't say that on YouTube.
I don't use work internet.
No, I can't say that either because I'll get in big trouble.
I used to work at a 12-step
2 girls, 1 cup.
program for to help people get off alcohol. And
Please don't say you just put beer commercials on it.
There's buds
I
for you.
ordered a bunch of booze while I was working there, which I thought was quite funny. But I didn't go as far as to have it delivered to the office.
And at
That's
least
right,
in your
children.
defence, you didn't
That's
have a
right,
problem.
children. Do not drink.
That's
Do
right,
not
yeah.
drink.
Oh, that's good. If you mix that with a Monster Energy drink, you get a honey monster.
I can't drink fucking Monster, but I'm drinking it with a little bit of lemonade, which is good.
Sugar-free lemonade.
Does it taste
Indeed.
nice having the honey? Because I tried that honey beer and it tastes shit.
Ah,
Yes.
no.
The difference
honey
is that
whiskey, man, nice.
that's Jack Daniels, which is sweet anyway, and then it has
Yeah.
honey in it. There's a brand called American Honey, which is a honey liqueur, and then they put bourbon in, so it's not as sweet as the JD
Oh,
one.
that
Yeah, 'cause
sounds
that's
really
good.
good.
That sounds good, pretty.
And that's
Yeah.
based on the Wild Turkey bourbon, and that's really good.
Yeah.
Right,
I prefer-
Harry,
Yes.
I think there's only like 2 minutes left and that's going to cut us off.
Cool. Well,
Yes.
then I'd like to promote our football podcast one more time.
Go on, tell us all about it.
Go watch Two Fat Bastards, a lot better podcast than we have. I bet you had a better one than we had tonight.
I've got an actual podcast as well called the Retro Renaissance Podcast, but the live stream's cool. I like that.
I don't even know, Chris, but me and Mr. Yack, Mr. Yackham as he's now called because it sounds like Beckham, cheap. Yeah, we've started a football podcast.
Oh, cool.
But don't worry, it's not all serious football, as you'll find out, because we talk a massive amount of bollocks.
And you're a City fan, aren't you, Dave?
Oh
Oh, wow,
He's
God.
going bright red.
I'm kidding.
but the thing is, I have Bristol City shirts, and it's because
ran out of toilet paper?
I'm a Bristol Rovers fan, but this is my backup plan. If Bristol City ever do well, or Bristol Rovers ever do well, I'm not putting my eggs in all one basket, even though I am a gashead, simply because it's my only chance of getting Liverpool to my city. I have to get one team in the Premiership.
Right, so guys, look out over the weekend for this new channel. I'm going to post links on...
Is it going to be
my
up on the
YouTube.
weekend?
Well, hopefully. I'm hoping to get it up Monday at the latest.
Sorry.
I'm hoping. I have a rough version of it. I've been working on it for a couple of hours this afternoon.
Don't bust a gut or anything.
Ah, no. But
You won't do
hopefully...
that.
I was being sarcastic. Bust a gut. Sorry. No, I
channel,
wasn't.
plug the channel, come on.
But anyway,
It's not set up yet.
officially, his name now is Mr. Yackum.
Yackum, like Beckham.
The channel name will be, but won't be, but might be, but the banner at least will be. What was it? Dave and Yackum.
Dave and Yackum, yes.
I like that. I like that a lot.
We don't expect anyone to watch it, but the thing is, we do expect if anyone does watch the first one to get quite a lot of thumbs down.
Guest appearance in that as well.
We get a surprising number of hits on our podcast, and all it is me, Monkey Spaz, and my mate Tom talking about what the last one was. Carl's on there intermittently as well.
Wrap it up, we're about to die.
Yes, indeed. We've got about a minute left before we go.
So I wasn't cutting you off,
your own
Chris. I was just saying.
That's all right. But yeah, no, it's good.
I am going to plug my other one. The Pointless Oddcast will be doing a first episode soon. We just got to do that
Oh, yeah.
awkward
I'm still looking
tie-up. Awkward tie-up of first.
Alright, quickly, I'm
First
still
guest.
looking for a guest for episode 2 of the Snobcast. Fucking PM me right now.
I'll do it.
I'll do
I'll
it. We'll all do it. When do you want to do it? We'll discuss this off air. We'll discuss this.
It sounds like an arranged marriage. Sorry.
Better get
So
the
the
legal team.
Pointless Oddcast will be making a return. We just need to get our first guest injected in because obviously people's time differences and shit.
So let's do this. Good night, Retro Gamers, and fuck off anyone else.
Bye,
Good night.
YouTube.
See you later, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, children, wherever you are.